Kind of flipped it up and went to a 2-3 for the second half, most of the second half, and I thought that was...
is committed to your farm's success and our community's future. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Pivot Bio for a more profitable tomorrow.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Fairley Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairley Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here. 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application.
Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
At Axis Seed Red Barn, we're committed to dialing in the data for your farming success. Our corn hybrids offer exceptional drought tolerance and impressive ear flex, ensuring a profitable harvest. Proudly local, yet backed by a national brand, we deliver top-tier seeds with a personal touch. And as always, we're here to support our community, cheering on the Beavers. Axis Seed, where data meets dedication.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
BBN is brought to you by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, Norder Supply Incorporated, Ag Management Services, Vogelmore Family Farms, White's Food Liner, Scott Community Foundation.
Red Barn Enterprises is proud to offer Meristem crop performance products, including Upshift C and Revline Hopper Throttle.
Guys played better, but they got a good performance there from Megan Trout, who ended up with 14 points. Lady Beavers shot for the ball game at around 40%. It's 16 of 40, and they hit 5 threes yesterday, so that was big. And they were also pretty good at the foul line at 9 of 13. So we'll see what the Lady Beavers can do here tonight. But it was a good all-around performance. They had 8 from Avery Lewis, 6 from Kendall Gentry and Piper Fox last night. And also Katie Weathers added 6 as well. But 8 players once again opponent in Class 2A. Those are the 2 losses. They beat up on a pretty good Beloit team, by the way. They barely beat Smoky Valley in overtime. They beat Sacred Heart. They beat Lions, a pretty good Clay Center team last week. And then they beat Kingman last night by 5. So they're kind of up and down at times this year, but a team you got to watch out for. They are led in scoring by a freshman, and Kaya Samuelson, she averages just under 11 points a game. Sutton Douglas, a junior, averages around 6, and then Abigail Pearson, another junior, averages 10. It's a team that averages around 47 points a contest, and a team that's had a lot of success in recent years. At least the last 4 or 5 years, they've won at least 15 games in a season. So this has been a winning program. Shauna Smith, who's in her 9th season, she's at 115 wins. And her dad is Steve Reedy. If you follow Kansas high school basketball, her dad is a longtime coach at Hope and had a lot of success in Class 1A at Hope over the years. And so they're a very basketball-oriented program. And, of course, she played for her dad there at Hope High School a few years back. But should be a good matchup here tonight for Scott City and be a good test against a guard-heavy Southeast Saline Trojan team. Let's get your starting lineups once again presented by Security State Bank and Scott City and Leota, free bill pay and online banking. For the Scott City Lady Beavers, they're going to be the visitors on the scoreboard. They are coached by Justin Froh in his first season. Assisted here by Tricia Good and Matt Fox. It'll be Kendall Gentry, the 5'5 senior, averaging 5.9 points and nearly 3 rebounds a game. Piper Fox, the 5'11 junior, averaging 8.5 points and 5.3 rebounds per contest. Chris Irvin, the 5'5 junior, 5.8 points, 2.5 boards a game. Avery Lewis, the 5'9 senior, at 8 points, 3.5 rebounds. And Megan Shauna Smith in her 9th season, assisted by Steve Reedy and Kylie Holmes. Starting for the Trojans, it's going to be Kaya Samuelson, a 5'7 freshman at 10.7 points a game. Reese Heinrich, a 5'1 freshman, averaging 7 points a game. Addison Rohr, a 5'7 senior. She's the only senior that is on the team, and she's, of course, the only senior starter. She averages 2.6 points a game. A 5'7 junior, Sutton Douglas, averaging 6.4 points and nearly 4.5 boards a game. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Lady Trojans, Abigail Pearson. She is a 5'7 junior that averages around 10.2 points a game. Yesterday, Southeast Saline hung on for that 5-point win against Kingman as they ended up winning 42-30, 42-37. In that game, they shot 30%. They were 7-23 behind the threes, so that'll lead kind of into the keys of the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Keys tonight for Scott City. I think you're going to have to defend the perimeter. Southeast Saline loves to shoot the threes. They were 7-23 yesterday, 11 of 19 from the floor. They were led yesterday by Abigail Pearson with 16 and Kaya Samuelson with 14. Abigail Pearson with 16 and Kaya Samuelson with 14 points. Second key for the Lady Beavers tonight is work it inside. Take the advantage of the height. This is not a tall team from Southeast Saline, but they are a tall team from Southeast Saline, but they are a formidable. For no shot clock for Scott City. 7:38 to go first quarter, no score. No shot clock for Scott City. 7:38 to go first quarter, no score. Lady Beavers being patient with the ball, trying to dissect this Lady Trojan offense. They're kind of actually more of a 3-2 look here, but on the road at Beloit on a Monday night. All right, back to action here. 6:50 to go first quarter. Lady Beavers with the ball, an early 2-0 advantage. Irvin trying to look in, but this is a good defensive team. Southeast is Saline. The length of Pearson, a 5'7 junior, and it pays dividends for the Trojans. They force an early turnover. Here comes Southeast Saline down the floor with it. Pearson left side up top. Now to Kaya Samuelson. Sutton Douglas trying to drive in. Now left corner looking to drive in. That is Pearson. They work it around the perimeter. 6:30 to go first quarter. 2-0 Scott City. A shot is up too strong from the right elbow. That was put up by Samuelson. The fight for the rebound. We're going to get a tie-up. It'll still stay in the hands of the Lady Trojans. Southeast of Saline, Gypsum, Kansas, out in the country their high school is. About close to 10 miles outside of Salina. Remember going there in middle school and high school competing there. Here's a three on the left side, and Samuelson, who's attempted all three of the shots for the Trojans. And the Lady Beavers trail early 3-2 just. And Megan Track collects her first rebound. She was around a double-double last night. Scott City with the lead here. Piper Fox, tough shot bump. She's going to be called for the travel, and that'll be turnover number one as she tried to go to her left that time on the right spot, or baseline. Ran out of real estate. Trojans make a substitution. Annabelle Villalaz, a 5'9 sophomore in. Also Reagan Duran, a 5'5 sophomore. As I mentioned, you go just one too strong. Rebound, Trojans fight for it. Then they pick it up, and then we're going to get a holding foul on Scott City. That'll be the first foul of the ball game, and it comes to 4:29 to go first quarter. Piper Fox commits the foul. That's the first foul of the ball game. Scott City with a pair of subs. Mackenzie Metzger. And turned over here almost out right side. Here's Avery Lewis. 3:50 to work here in the first quarter. We're 7-5 for Southeast Lane. We're going to get a tie-up underneath. And it'll be Scott City's basketball in the possession arrow. And now in for Scott City will be Kaylee Felker and Peyton Gentry. And exiting will be Megan Trout and Avery Lewis. Scott City retains possession. 3:48 here in the opening stanza. 7-5 Southeast is Saline with the lead. And it goes to Katie Weathers. She loses it but picks it back up. And now Kaylee Felker almost stumbled, or she does stumble, but gets it to Trout, or to Metzger, non-driving in. Weathers splits the defenders, missed a layup, tipped around, and Southeast has it. Katie Weathers did everything right but finished there. And here comes the Lady Trojans with a 2-point lead in the ball. Left corner three, good. Reese Heinrich puts Southeast to Saline up 10-5 with 3:20 to go first quarter, and Southeast has scored the last 7 points of the ball game. So they've already hit 2 threes in this period. That's one thing. If you're Scott City, you do not want them to get hot from downtown. They're in a 3-2 look, it looks like here, and it's really kind of confusing Scott City a little bit. You don't see that too often. Peyton Gentry with an answer back triple off to left. Rebound, Katie Weathers couldn't get to it and still loose on the floor and picked up by the Trojans. Lady Beavers going a little cold here, haven't scored in the last 3 minutes. Down 10-5, 2:50 to work first quarter. Heinrich with it up top, a deep three that time, misses well short. Rebound, Katie Weathers grabs it for Scott City, grabs her first board of the night. Lady Beavers down 5, 2.5 to go first frame. Gentry up top goes left. Scott City trying to win their first ever Sterling Invitational Tournament title. They have not won a midseason tournament since they exited the Orange and Black in 2020. 2:20 to go first quarter. Weathers trying to get it to Metzger, does so. Pump fake, and now Kendall Gentry up top. She'll drive to the right. Stops, now flips it out high to Peyton Gentry. 2:14 to work, hit the right block to Kaylee Felker. Needs help, finds Kendall Gentry. Now Mackenzie Metzger wide open from the college range. Too strong on the three. Rebound, Gentry goes up, and she is held, and she'll get 2 free throws. She was kind of undercut after she got the rebound, but she'll head the line to shoot 2. That'll be on Reese Heinrich, her first, the 5'1 freshman, battling amongst the trees for her, I guess you could say. Gentry coming into the weekend, 60% on the year. She was 1 of 2 last night and misses that one. Lady Beavers as a team, 64%. 2:03 to go first quarter as Sutton Douglas and Kaya Samuelson back in for Southeast of Saline. They lead at 10-5. They scored the last 7 of the ball game, and Peyton Gentry hits 1 out of 2. She has her first point. It's 10-6. Much needed basket or point for Scott City. And Southeast of Saline will throw it away for their first turnover of the night. 1:57 to work first quarter. 10-6 Scott City down by 4 with the basketball back. Up top with it is Mackenzie Metzger. Goes right to Kendall Gentry. Gentry holds it now to Peyton Gentry. Back to Kendall. Kendall looking to drive in. 1:45. Jump stop at the foul line. Metzger ball fake. Drives to the foul line. Puts up a tough shot. Can't get it to bank in. And the rebound into the hands of Villalaz of Southeast of Saline. She might be a force down low tonight for the Lady Trojans. 90 seconds to work first quarter. Scott City down 4. The Lady Trojans with the ball. They lose it out high, but that's going to be over and back. I think they're going to change the call. The one official over on the opposite side of us said it was deflected initially. And then the one official, they do give it to Scott City. That's a break for the Beavers. They must say that she regained control of the basketball and then went over the backcourt. Second Southeast turnover. Minute 20 to go here in the first period. 4-point deficit for Scott City, 10-6. Championship game of the Sterling Invitational to Peyton Gentry goes to her right. Kaylee Felker needs help. We're going to get a whistle and a travel. Scott City's third turnover. Well, the Trojans have been subbing pretty liberally here in this first quarter, whether it's just one or two, but have been rotating about every dead ball here. Back in is Abigail Pearson for Annabelle Villelas, who came in there and grabbed a couple boards for Southeast. 10-6, 1:13 to go first quarter. Lady Trojans with the basketball in the backcourt, now to the front. They get it out high to Pearson, now left side, looking to drive in, now left corner. Another Heinrich three attempt, a little strong. Katie Weathers mistimed it right into the hands of Sutton Douglas. She'll put it up. She has 4. 12-6. The Trojans on a 9-1 run over the last 4 minutes. 50 seconds to go first quarter. Katie Weathers drive left side. She'll draw the foul on the floor. Second team foul on SES. 49.3 to go first period. They're going to get that on Pearson, her first. Your Scott City still pretty early in the game. Just need to ride the course. Don't get too high, don't get too low here. Now left block, Peyton Gentry goes to right, puts up a tough shot, no, through some contact. They let it play through. Samuelson grabs the board. Gentry had a good look. Scott City really struggling from the field. Have not had a field goal in 5 minutes. Trail by 6 late first quarter. Heinrich with it up top, goes left, ball fake. Here's Samuelson, cut off by Kendall Gentry, back up top left to Reagan Duran. They're working around the perimeter right side to Reese Heinrich. Now up top, here's a deep three, launched good. Kaya Samuelson with 8 first quarter points and a couple threes. Southeast has hit 3, and they have a 15-6 lead with 17 seconds to go first quarter. Kendall Gentry with it now to Katie Weathers. Weathers with it back up top to Gentry with 10. Now they get it in. Here's Kendall driving in right side. Metzger launches a 3. Will that one be good? Yes, it will be. She needed that one. It's 15-9, and Scott City needed that after a 5-minute, 40-second drought from the field. They trail by 6, 8 minutes in the championship game here in Sterling. Back in a minute for the second. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Go with the proven winner. I'm Michael Trout from State Farm in Scott City. When it comes to auto insurance, we score big with our policyholders. We score on competitive rates, on customer service, and on satisfaction and speedy claim handling. Let us quote your autos today and make you a part of the Trout State Farm team. Call or stop by Michael Trout State Farm and you can be assured of our personal best. Go with the winner, Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
In that first quarter, she leads the Lady Trojans with 8, and Sutton Douglas has added 4. Trojan basketball, Reese Heinrich with it, and then Chris Irvin steals it from her. That's the third Lady Trojan turnover. Scott City needs to take advantage. At lead pass just a little far for Avery Lewis, and Scott City turns it right back over for their fourth of the half. Tough break there with Scott City. Good defense to begin the second quarter. They have their starting 5 back out there. Avery Lewis, Chris Irvin as they try to trap Heinrich. She'll get around the trap of Pearson. Pearson's spin move may have gotten away with the travel. Nope, she did not. And it's back-to-back Trojan turnovers. With 7:37 to go first half, fourth Trojan turnover. As I mentioned, it's Peyton Gentry, Chrissa Irvin, Piper Fox, Megan Trout, and Avery Lewis. Lewis with it out high left, trying to direct traffic up top to Chrissa Irvin. Irvin now they're working around to Peyton Gentry. Holds it, Now back over to Irvin, left wing. Irvin one dribble, bounce pass at the elbow to Megan Trout, collects it back to Peyton Gentry, looking to penetrate but can't. Piper Fox, left baseline. It's Avery Lewis with it, looking to pull up. She'll shoot the 16-footer, and she's got 7. 5 in a row for Scott City. They're back to within 4. First minute of this second quarter. 15-11 your score. And now back on the other end is Southeast of Saline. Up top, here's Skya Samuelson with the dribble, goes left side. Douglas will penetrate. And stripped out of there by Megan Trout. 3 consecutive turnovers, and Trout racing down the floor. 2-on-1 numbers to Gentry behind her, and she'll throw it away. Had the right idea, but the pass was just a little bit behind Peyton Gentry, and she got twisted around, and that'll be turnover number 5 on Scott City. So Southeast of Saline with 3 possessions in the second quarter and 3 turnovers, just 2 points for Scott City to off those turnovers. And they trail by 4, 6:45 to go now, pulling up, driving right side. Here's Pearson, goes around, and she draws a foul on Piper Fox, and that'll be her second. And the team foul number 1 of the second quarter. Nope, they're going to get Megan Trout. Correction, that's her first. So that's a break there. Pearson to the line. She's a pretty good free throw shooter at 71% on the year. As a team, the Lady Trojans 64%. Scott City 1 of 2 at the line. This is the first trip for Southeast, and they make it 16-11. 6 minutes, 41 seconds in period 2 here from Sterling College. Good crowd here, good representation for Scott City. They got the boys game coming up in the championship against the Bears at 7:30. Second free throw, bounces off, rebound Piper Fox, Scott City. So the Trojans go 1 out of 2, and Fox collects another board. 16-11, 90 seconds into this second period, and 1 for each team checking in. Next dead ball, Irvin holds it, now to Peyton Gentry. Now here's Piper Fox toward the right block, trying to back away in. She's cut off up top to Peyton Gentry. Has to jump up and catch it. Peyton will look to dissect up top to Fox. Out high, here's Chris Irvin. 6:15 to go, drives in, kicks it left wing. Avery Lewis turns down the 3, pulls up to the foul line. Piper Fox try a deep 2, can't make it in. Rebound, Megan Trout wrestles it, and she'll be fouled going up. Nice job that time by Megan Trout collecting the board, and she'll look for her first points of the night at the free throw line. Sutton Douglas whistled for the foul, her first. Team foul number 1 on the Trojans in period 2. Trout coming into the weekend, 51%. She had 4 free throws last night, and she hits that one to make it 16-12. 6:06 to go. First half. Kendall Gentry in for Peyton Gentry. Southeast of Saline, Annabelle Villalaz in. Trout hits them both, 16-13. 6:05 now to go, second quarter. Lady Beavers in the championship game for the second time in 3 years. Southeast of Saline was a finalist last year, lost to Smoky Valley, and now running the lane. The bank shot crawls off, rebound underneath. Villalaz had it, and now we're going to get another tie-up. That'll be Scott City's ball. Lady Beavers with a chance to inch a little bit closer here in this second quarter as Trojans will bring in Reagan Duran here for Reese Heinrich. 16-13, Scott City down by 3 with the ball back. 5:50 to go here in period 2 as the Trojans set up in their half-court defense. Left side, here's Avery Lewis looking in, finds Fox. Now cutting along the left baseline. Trout gets her shot, looked like blocked, deflected, and here's Southeast back the other way with Samuelson. That was official, the first shot attempt of the night for Trout. And 5:28 to go first half. Here's a guarded 3 from college range, good. They've already hit 4 in the first half. 19-13, the Trojans double up the lead. 5:20 to go first half. That was behind the men's college arc there. That was good defense, but, man, just even better shot. Now a power dribble right corner. Lewis for an answer back. No. Rebound, Chris Irvin. The follow, yes, on the soft bounce in. Her first basket, 19-15, as we approach 5 minutes to go first half. Southeast with the basketball. They go left side over to Samuelson. They'll skip it up top here to Reagan Duran. Now right side to Addison Rohr. The lone senior ball deflected but picked up in the hands and shooting the 3. Samuelson shot rims out. Piper Fox collects another board for Scott City. Lady Beavers need to get a basket here, down 4. 4:35 to go first half. Irvin wide open, left wing, 3, too strong, and the rebound into the hands. Backside to Reagan Duran. Had a good look at Irvin. That was a good shot, just didn't want to drop in for her. She's missed her 2 shots from the first three-point attempt there, excuse me. 4:20 to go. Fast-moving first half. 19-15. Scott City down by 4. Southeast with the basketball. Pearson, the left block. Pump fake going up and in one. As that or no, they're going to wave it off and they're going to call it on the floor. No shot, so it stays 19-15. Chris Irvin with the foul. That'll be her first. Team foul number 2 of the period. Kaylee Felker, Mackenzie Metzger in. Also in is Reese Heinrich and Sutton Douglas for Southeast leading. Scott City exiting. Megan Trout and Avery Lewis. Lob up top. Here's Sutton Douglas. Now they're working over to Vellis. The block deflected, almost thrown away, and it is. Scott City forces the Trojans into their 6th turnover as we approach the midway mark of second quarter play. 19-15. Lady Beavers down by 4 with the basketball. Fox at the foul line, drives her left. Throws up the shot, blocked. They're going to say deflected out of bounds. No foul call. They're letting them play, but it's been consistent. Fox still scoreless on 2 shot attempts here in the first half with 3:55 to go here in period 2. Yep. Inbound up top to Kaylee Felker. Kendall Gentry from the college logo. Oh, my, she hit it. And Justin Froh wants time as Scott City back to within 1. Kendall Gentry put all of that into that shot. Swishes a deep 3, and it's 19-18 timeout. Let's take a 1-minute break with 3:49 to go second quarter. This is Beaver basketball.
BBN is brought to you by Lone Tree Farms, J&R, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, S&T, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we offer a full range of products to boost your farming success. As your locally owned Axis Seed regional company, we offer products to support the health and productivity of your crop. With a wide selection from BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio, we have everything you need from abiotic stresses and feed it for top yields. Proudly supporting the Beavers, Red Barn Enterprises is your local partner, crops, and community.
Here on KSKL Scott City out of the full timeout. The Lady Beavers have scored 5 in a row and are back to within 1 at 19-18 as Kendall Gentry gets on the board for the first time tonight. Southeast Scott City forced another turnover as 2 players hit the deck. Fox a little shaken up. She's okay, but they're going to send in Megan Trout instead there for Fox. So Scott City has forced 5 turnovers in the second quarter and 7 for that. Fox out. She's okay, it looks like. She just got a little shaken up. There's 2 players, one from Southeast, one from Scott City, hit the deck. Scott City looking for their first lead of the second quarter. Down 1, they've scored. They're on a 9-4 run. Backside, here's Chris Irvin, and Scott City leads it. She has 4 in this period, 20-19 with 3:17 to go. It's our 4th lead change of the first half. Scott City back up by a point. Here's Southeast back the other way, but a reach-in foul called. That'll be team foul number 3 on Scott City in the quarter. Trojans have been whistled for just 1. Mackenzie Metzger with the foul, her first. In is Addison Rohr as well as Kaya Samuelson. Out will be Annabelle Villelas, and also who's going to exit? It's going to be Reagan Duran. The both team, Southeast now with their starting 5. They only go 2 deep off the bench here. 3:11 to go first half. Oh, almost a turnover off the inbounds. Up top now to Rohr. They're working around the perimeter left side, catching and shooting the 3. And leaving it short that time was Pearson. And a rebound to Mackenzie Metzger. She'll race it across with 3 minutes to go first half. Scott City with a 1-point lead in the ball. Chris Irvin now left corner. Gentry for another 3 off the back iron. And the rebound backside goes to Reese Heinrich in front of Kaylee Felker, who she boxed out. Scott City up by 1. Southeast of the ball. 2:45 to work first half. Lady Beavers on an 11-4 run in this period. 2:38 to go second quarter. Up top with it here is Addison Rohr. They're working around the horn right side to Heinrich. Heinrich back up top to Samuelson. Samuelson goes left side. Here is Addison Rohr. Now they get it the left block to Sutton Douglas around Felker, and she scores it. Sutton Douglas with a half a dozen. 21-20 Southeast is leading. 2:20 to go first half. That's the 5th lead change of this half. Scott City with the ball, now back down one. They're working around to Gentry up top end of Trout, trying to drive to her right. She'll take it strong and lay it up. Oh, it crawls off, and Southeast will grab the rebound. They've had a big edge on the glass here in this first half. Scott City down one, final 2 minutes of the second quarter. Pearson with it, trying to direct traffic up top now. Goes to her left, out high to Reese Heinrich. Now left wing, here is Samuelson. Samuelson drives in, throws up a tough shot. No, oh man, a late whistle and a foul call. Tough break on Scott City. Kaylee Felker with her first. Final foul to give of the quarter for Scott City. Only one foul on Southeast Saline this period. And to the free throw line will be Samuelson, where she has been pretty good this year, around 72%. 21-20 Trojans, and it'll stay that way. Peyton Gentry, Katie Weathers, and Mackenzie Metzger. Also out is Chrissa Irvin. So far, Scott City, 7 of the 9 have scored. They missed them both. Rebound, Katie Weathers. Guys high for that one. It remains a 1-point game. 1:48 to go, second period of play. Working around, here's Kaylee Felker up top. Kendall Gentry back to Felker. Goes left wing to Katie Weathers. Looks in, back up top to Felker. Almost walked with it. Kendall Gentry goes to her left. At the top of the key, left wing Weathers. She sees an alley. Drive strong to the rack. Throw it or no. Right there's Trout. Follow, no. Hit on the arm as she went up. No foul called. And Southeast Saline gets the board. They've only been called for one foul in this second quarter with 1:24 to go second quarter. Lady Beavers had a couple opportunities but could not convert. And Justin Froh explaining why was that not a foul on Southeast when Trout was going up. Now driving in Dulles. And then they call a block on Kaylee Felker, and that's her second. Team foul number 5 on Scott City. Correction, they're going to get down to Katie Weathers. That is her first. But it's the 5th team foul of the quarter. 2 free throws for Sutton Douglas. She has struggled with the line this year, just south of 30%. She has 6 points, and it remains 21-20 after she misses the first. In is going to be Annabelle Villelas and also Sarah Feldman, the other senior on the team. She's 5'4". She checks in just to get the couple of starters and breathers here. 1 point. Trojan lead remains that way, but Villa gets the board, and Southeast Saline has dominated the glass here in this first half, leading 21-20 over Scott City. Final minute of the second quarter. Up top with it, here's Abigail Pearson. Goes left to Sutton Douglas. Out high, ball loose. Stolen away, Kendall Gentry with it. Turnover, she's going to race it down the floor. She may take this one all the way. She's at the left or right block. Cutting down the middle lane. Katie Weathers missed the layup. And then we're going to get a tie-up on the underneath. And it'll be Southeast Saline basketball in the possession arrow with 49.2 to go first half. Man, Scott City's missing a lot around the rim tonight. That may be the difference right now between a 1-point deficit and maybe a 5 or 6 point lead here. 40 seconds to work second quarter, right side to Pearson. 21-20 Southeast leads. We've been stuck there for nearly 2 minutes. Scott City working on a 3-minute scoring drought after they went up 20-19. Losing the dribble, but picking it back up was Abigail Pearson. 28 seconds ago. Now driving in, and Kaylee Felker gets in front of Douglas, and that's going to be a block, and that's her second. Scott City with 6 fouls caught him in the second quarter, just 1 called on the Trojans in this period. And Avery Lewis is going to check in for Felker here, and back to the line will be Southeast Saline's Sutton Douglas, who just missed 2 moments ago. First of 2 is good. She line drives that one home after she missed 2 previously. 2-point lead, 27.9 to go first half, 22-20 rather, for the Lady Trojans. Out is Felker with her 2 fouls. Second free throw for the Southpaw, doesn't draw iron. Yep, there we go. They blow the whistle late there, saying, yep, did not draw iron. So Scott City maybe with a chance to tie or retake the lead late second quarter. 27.9 to go here before intermission. With it is Peyton Gentry, goes right side. Avery Lewis almost out of bounds pass. They're working around to left side. Here's Katie Weathers trying to drive in. It's cut off. 15 to work first half. Kendall Gentry now to Weathers. Spin move, drives to her left, trying to drive underneath the basket. Kicks out high to Lewis. A deep 2 for the tie. It's good. She had a foot on the line. She has 9. 22-22, her second tie with 4 seconds, with 3, with 2, with 1. And Southeast will get a 3 up. They miss it by Pearson at the left wing, and that's halftime. Well, the game is tied here in this Sterling Invitational Championship game. 22 for Scott City, 22 for Southeast Saline. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break, come back with some first half stats and more. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Partner for a more resilient and productive future. Choose BW Fusion from Red Barn Enterprises today.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our
Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, HRC Feed Yards.
We believe investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
It was a good first half here. Both teams, 2 ties, 5 lead changes, 2 ties, but a good first half here as Southeast of Saline led 15-9 after one. Scott City would outscore the Lady Trojans in that second quarter by a count of 13-7 to even up the score at 22 at the break. First half scoring looks like this for Scott City, 9 from Avery Lewis. She had another big first half, 4 of 7 from the floor. 3 each for Kendall Gentry and Mackenzie Metzger on a triple. Also in the first half, 2 from Megan Trout and 1 from Peyton Gentry. As I mentioned, 6 of 9 Lady Beavers, 4 for Chris Irvin. 6 of 9 Lady Beavers have scored here in this first half. For Southeast of Saline, they were led. Kaya Samuelson, she got off to a hot start, hit 8 points in that first quarter, was quiet in the second quarter. 5 for Sutton Douglas, 4 for Abigail Peterson, 3 for Reese Heinrich, and 2 for Addison Rohr in the first half. For Southeast Saline, they just had their starting 5 score in that first half. Nobody played more than 13 minutes for Southeast Saline. Kendall Gentry played over 14 minutes for the Lady Beavers, according to the stats here in the first half. But a good first half here so far, 22-22, 2 ties, 5 lead changes. We'll tell you about the rest of this first half after this 2-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
When it comes to insurance, you don't want anyone setting you up with a policy that just sounds good. That's why Darren and Michelle at Platinum H Insurance are there for you. Platinum H Insurance carries a complete line of insurance including crop, farm, home, and auto. They write for well-respected companies such as NAU Country and Farmers Mutual Hail Insurance. To see what Platinum H Insurance can do for you, call 872-7222 or stop by their office at 321 West 5th Street in Scott City. This agency is an equal opportunity provider.
Protect your bottom line with crop insurance from Farm Bureau Financial Services. Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City and Leota can help you select the right federal crop and crop hail insurance options for your farming operation. Call Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City or Leota today to discuss affordable programs, competitive tools, and resources that can benefit your business. Now that's smarter insurance for agriculture. Western Agricultural Insurance Company, an equal opportunity provider.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team in Norder Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best in customer service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very competitive rate. Call them today at 620-872-3058. Norder Supply, plain talk, exceptional results.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we bring you the best products in agriculture through the Max Yield system, placing the right products on every field of your farm. Use Axis Seed, BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio to enhance your crop's resilience and productivity today. Trust Red Barn Enterprises for all your crop needs, and join us in cheering on the Beavers.
3 of 4 from the foul line, had 13 rebounds. They ended up being 18-13. Beavers had 13 rebounds, 6 offensive and 7 defensive. They had 7 fouls, 6 assists, 5 turnovers. So they really did a good job. Only just 2 second quarter turnovers for the Lady Beavers. 5 steals and no blocked shots in the first half. For the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans, they were 50% from the field in the first half, 8 of 16, 4 of 8 on threes, 2 of 8 at the foul line. They cooled off. They were 3 of 5 from 3 in the first quarter, but cooled off in that second quarter, went just 1 of 3. And they were just 2 of 8 from the free throw line in the first half. They shot all their free throws in that second quarter. As Scott City with the tie here at 22-22. They had 1 block shot, did the Lady Trojans. They had 5 assists and 8 turnovers. They had 6 of those 8 in the second quarter and 1 steal. Scott City will be back in action on Tuesday night. They'll hit the road to Goodland to take on the Cowboys and Cowgirls. That'll be a good doubleheader. They're currently in the orange and black. Goodland's boys were taking on Olathe North earlier today in the semifinals. Did not see a final on that. The girls were taking on Concordia. Let's see if I can get those scores here maybe real quick. Or let's see. Olathe North boys are up on Goodland 45-31 at the break. That's the last update I had on that. Earlier today on the girls' side in this, it's the 12th annual tournament of the girls. 7th place game went to Lions 46-36 over Hutch Trinity. Smoky Valley 10 points over Sterling. And the 5th place game, 37-27, the Huguenon girls hang on in the battle of the Eagles over Kingman 45-42. It'll be Scott City's ball to begin the third quarter with Avery Lewis, Carissa Irvin, Kendall Gentry, Piper Fox, and Megan Trout. Southeast of Saline with their regular 5 as well. Reese Heinrich, Kaya Samuelson. And now pass underneath. There's Gentry who loses it, but picked up by Irvin. Also Addison Rohr, Sutton Douglas, and Abigail Pearson. Left side, here's Irvin trying to get it in a trap, but good defense by Douglas on her shield drive. Left baseline to the short corner, cut off. Now needs help, finds a cutting Fox in the paint. Can't get that to go. Rebound, then it's going to go off the back, or go off of Southeast of Saline, they'll say. It'll belong to the Lady Beavers with 7:32 to go, third period. So Fox still can't get a basket in here tonight. She's had a couple of good looks there. Top to Chris Irvin, now to Kendall Gentry. She launched a deep 3 in the first half on the court logos. Right over Megan Trout, now to Piper Fox up top to Kendall Gentry. Southeast in a man defense, Avery Lewis for the lead. Left corner 3, no. Rebound hit, took an unusual bounce, and Samuelson has it for Southeast of Saline. 22's all, first possession of the second half for the Lady Trojans. Scott City had a couple of cracks at it there as Lewis tried to get into double figures again. Left block shot up, tough shot, good for Douglas around trap. She now has 7 in the game, and it's 24-22 Southeast of Saline, 6:50 to go, third period of play. Lady Beavers now down by 2, cutting the right block as Avery Lewis goes up, and she is going to be fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws. Scott City's first trip to the line since the first quarter. Southeast of Saline only was called for 1 foul in that second quarter. They're going to get Addison Rohr her first. Southeast only had 3 cut fouls called on the entire first half. And Avery Lewis now into double figures. She has 10 to lead Scott City. 24-23. 6:47 to go third quarter. And our third tie of the night, 24 all. Both teams with 2 points here in this third period. The Lady Trojans taking in the front court. They get it back to Douglas. Goes to her left. Low pass to Pearson, left wing. Up top now to Reese Heinrich. The right side now to Douglas around Trout. They're going to get a push on Trout reaching around. That'll be her second. And Scott City's first in the third quarter with 6:35 here in the third period. Sutton Douglas, they list her at 5'7", Trout at 5'10", but Douglas plays stronger than 5'7", bigger than 5'7", I guess you could say. Left wing, here's Pearson. 6:28 to go third quarter, almost stolen away by Irvin. Now Pearson flips it behind her to Douglas to the foul line. Ball fake, here's Samuelson. In the paint, runner, line drive that clanks off. Fight for the rebound, loose out high. Southeast Saline tracks it down toward the corner. Samuelson, and they'll reset. Here's Douglas, goes to her left, over Trout, got it. She has been big tonight. She has 9, 26-24. She has all 4 of the Southeast Saline points as we approach 6 to go here in the third period. Gentry left wide open for the lead. No, off to the right, and the rebound to Southeast Saline's Addison Rohr. 2-point Southeast lead and the ball. 5:50 to go here in the third period. With it right side, they work it over now to Addison Rohr. Off a screen up top. Entry feed into Douglas. They go back to her, and she'll miss it off to left. Good defense by Trout as Avery Lewis with the board. Here's Scott City back the other way down 2. Chris Irvin drives in, kicks to the foul line to Piper Fox. Her bank shot off to left in the rebound to Reese Heinrich. Boy, Scott City's had some good looks. Haven't been able to get them to drop here in this third quarter. Or 0 for 3 here in this second half. Southeast of Saline has hit their first, or 2 of their first 3 shots. And now, or 2 of their first 4, and Southeast will lose it out of bounds. Turnover number 9. Kaylee Felker, Mackenzie Metzger in for Scott City. Southeast of Saline brings in Reagan Duran, Annabelle Villas into the lineup. 2-point Trojan lead, Scott City's ball. 5:18 here in the third. At 26-24 is Krista Irvin, and Megan Trout will sit down. Both teams with a foul piece here in this third period. They get it to Fox in the paint up top to Gentry. Goes right to Avery Lewis. She'll launch a 3 for the lead. Yes! Avery Lewis gives Scott City the lead back with 5 minutes to go. Third quarter, 27-26. Lead change number 6 of the night. And now ball is loose on the floor. Picked back up by Duran. Goes right side with the pass out high to Villas. She'll drive the right baseline, wrap around left side to Kaya Samuelson. Samuelson, a little hesitation, guarded by Lewis. 4:45 to work. Geitz give and go, and the layup is good. Samuelson makes it 28-27 Trojans. 4:38 to go, third period of play, and that's lead change number 7 in the second of the third quarter. Into Piper Fox, left corner to Lewis. She'll fire up another 3. That one a little strong. Rebound, they're going to get a holding foul. They're going to get that on Kendall Gentry, her first. Scott City foul number 2 of the period. So a little heat check that time, but a good look in the left corner for Lewis. And Scott City's shooting struggles continue here in this third quarter as Reese Heinrich checks in. Southeast of Saline is about 3 of 5 in this third quarter. 28-27, Trojan lead of 1 in the ball. They've led by as many as 9 in this game. Scott City's biggest lead has been no more than 2. 4:20 to go here in period 3. Southeast with the basketball up top. They're working around left side to Samuelson. Back up top now to Pearson. Right side to Heinrich, the freshman, now in the paint, driving to her right. Shot blocked. Oh, they're going to get the foul on Kaylee Felker. That is her third, and a tough break that time for Felker. Had a good look, but got a little arm that time, says the official. Team foul number 3 on Scott City. Correction, they're going to get that on Piper Fox. That's her second, not on Felker. Duran to the line for 2. Too strong on the first as it bounces off. Peyton Gentry and Katie Weathers in for Avery Lewis and Kendall Gentry. Basketball presented tonight by Winterland Farms, Wilkins Physical Therapy, White's Food Liner, Western State Bank, Western Kansas Insurance, Volgamore Family Farms, Turner Sheet Metal, Trophy Wine and Spirits, and also the Solovey Foundation. So she hits 1 out of 2. And it's 29-27 halfway through the third quarter, and then Weathers trying to pass it off, loses it, and then that's going to be lost by Scott City out of bounds in their 6th turnover. 3:56 to go here in the third. 29-27 Southeast with the last 3 after Scott City had taken a 1-point lead. That's been the largest margin in the second half, too. Now passing underneath, we're going to get a tie-up. Good defense by Metzger, forcing the tie-up underneath. The possession arrow favors Southeast of Saline. Out of the North Central Activities Association, they went to state a couple of years ago. I believe it was, 2023? I think there was the last trip there. Now cut, deflected and almost thrown away, almost a reach and foul in Scott City. Now with it, out high and launching a right side 3. No, that was put up by Duran, and Peyton Gentry, the backside board for Scott City, down 2 with the ball. 3.5 to go, third period. With it now is Katie Weathers looking to drive in, throws it up top. Kaylee Felker swings it left side to Mackenzie Metzger. Back up top, here's Peyton Gentry for a 3 for the lead. Yes, straight away, down 10, lead. 30-29, Scott City up, timeout Scott City. It is a 30, we'll keep it right here with 3:19 to go, third quarter. Basketball also presented here by Stevens Veterinary Services. Also, State Farm Insurance, Specialty Risk Insurance Agency, Sharp Shooting Supplies, Security State Bank, Scott Pro, Scott County Record. Also, Scott County Hospital, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Abstract and Title Company, Scott Community Foundation, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, and Scott City Eye Center. Since the first quarter, Scott City's lead has only been at 1 in the second quarter and also here in the third. They just took the lead back on that straightaway triple from Peyton Gentry. Scott City's 2 field goals have come from 3-point range in this third quarter. They have really struggled from the field in this third period, now, or up by 1, 30-29, 3:19 to go here in the third stanza. Out of the Scott City 32nd timeout, they have 3 remaining. Southeast is yet to burn one of theirs. As bringing it across will be the 5'1 freshman Reese Heinrich. Backdoor feed, it's through the hands of Kaya Samuelson, lobbed a little too high, and that'll be turnover number 10 on the Trojans. With 3:09 to go, third frame. Can Scott City expand on their lead? They've led by no more than 2 in this game. Mackenzie Metzger, Peyton Gentry almost took the 3. Now Kaylee Felker, left baseline, short, no, rebound, Katie Weathers, yes! Weathers with their first basket, in Scott City with their largest lead, 32-29, 2:53 to go, third quarter. And Scott City now with 7 Lady Beavers scoring tonight. Southeast with the ball, and they're almost throwing it away, but in the hands of Reagan Duran. 2:40 to work, third period. Championship game of the Sterling Invitational on the other end. Layup is good. Got around Mackenzie Metzger. And Reese Heinrich with 5. Her first field goal of the half. Timeout Southeast of Saline, 32-31. They end the 5-0 run. 2:37 to go here in the third period. The Trojans burning their first time of the ball game. Basketball tonight also presented here by Roto Mix, Road and Meat and Green Agency, Iron Insurance Partners, Rachel's Financial Services, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Pioneer Communications, Precision Ag and Seed, and Pokey Feeders. Teams in the league here today in action. Cimarron, they were taking on Maxville early on in the St. John tournament, the consolation semis on the girls' side. Goodland was taking on Concordia. Also, Colby taking on Beloit in the championship semifinals. Those games of the Orange and Black. Ulysses was taking on Olathe West. I haven't seen a foul on that yet. And then Holcomb girls were in action earlier or tonight here as well. They're on the consolation semifinal side. They lost by 1 to Mound Ridge in overtime on Tuesday. I think that was right, on Tuesday. Their boys, Holcomb boys, lost by 1 in overtime to Mound Ridge in the semifinals today at Hillsboro. Out of the timeout, here's Megan Trout driving to her right, gets it stripped and still loose, and we're going to get a foul on, it was hard to see from where I was at. It's going to be on Southeast of Saline. That's on Kaya Samuelson. That'll be her first foul, their second team foul of the third quarter. Scott City's been calling for 3 in this period with 2:23 to go third quarter. Really not more fouls definitely called on Scott City than on Southeast. That's only the 5th foul of the ball game for the Lady Trojans. Off the inbounds, Lewis, but Southeast quickly to guard her. Katie Weathers up top, drives to her left, down the left lane line, her layup. Yes, she has 4 in a row, and it's 34-31 Lady Beavers with 2:13 to go third quarter. Nice strong move for the sophomore. We're seeing her really blossom in this tournament this week. Pearson with it up top, now goes to Addison Rohr. Final 2 minutes of the third period. Scott City up by 3, Southeast with the basketball. Using up her dribble out high as Samuelson goes right side with it. Here's Heinrich. Back up top, they're working around the perimeter. 1:50 to go, third quarter. Spin move. Nice move by Samuelson. Now driving in. Here is Pearson. Lays it up, splits the defenders, but draws the foul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. This will be free throw attempts 9 and 10 of the night for Southeast of Saline. Team foul number 4 on Scott City. They're going to get Kaylee Felker. That's her third with 1:45 here in the third period. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 11 fouls have been called on Scott City tonight, just 5 on Southeast of Saline. The free throw too strong, though, for the 5'7" freshman who leads the Lady Trojans tonight with 10. In is Krista Irvin and Kendall Gentry. Kaylee Felker, Peyton Gentry exit. Also back in is Reagan Duran for Southeast of Saline. Also Sutton Douglas back into the Trojan lineup. She's been one of their top scorers tonight with 9 points. Actually, at the line is Abigail Pearson, not Samuelson. Second free throw, that one will bounce in, and it's a 2-point game, 34-32. 1:45 to go here in the third period. Scott City's lead down to 2 with the basketball. Carissa Irvin goes out high to Kendall Gentry, turns down the 3. Southeast in the 2-3 look, it looks like. Now back up top it goes. Here's Chris Irvin, lob right baseline to Avery Lewis, drives in, hangs, shoots. Can't get it to go, but she draws the contact, and she'll get 2 free throws. That's her first on Reagan Duran. Third team foul on the Trojans this period. Avery Lewis with 2, leaves the first one short. 34-32. She has 14 tonight to lead Scott City. Just 3 off of a career high. 90 seconds to go, third period. Second free throw, good. She has 15. 35-32, 1:30 to go here in the third. Scott City back up by 3, matching their largest lead. Southeast with the ball quickly back. Duran, right wing, now goes up top, going to the basketball, Abigail Pearson, now with it, here's Heinrich. She may have gotten away the right baseline jumper from 15. No, Katie Weathers hits the deck, got the rebound, and they're going to call her for a travel. Tough break there for Scott City, but that was probably the right call. Just their 7th turnover of the night. Good effort, though, by Weathers here. With 1:13 here in the third. Southeast with the ball down 3, inbound backside, shot up, no rebound. Weathers, a lot of contact. Weathers didn't get called for the foul. Good defense that time. Here's Irvin into the front court, final minute. Left corner to Avery Lewis. Up top, Chris Irvin almost loses it, and I say double dribble and turnover. So Scott City with back-to-back turnovers with 61 third quarter seconds remaining, and Piper Fox back to the lineup to replace Katie Weathers. 35-32, Scott City 3-point lead, Southeast with the ball. Final minute of this third quarter, it's been a 13-10 run for the Lady Beavers, but Southeast with the ball in the final minute here. Right side out high, it's Sutton Douglas, guarded by Trout. Now they work it up top. Pearson goes around Piper Fox, drives left lane line, runner, no. Rebound underneath, it's in the hands of Avery Lewis. Here's Scott City looking to push the pace, up 3. Lewis takes it in the front court, right to Kendall Gentry. 40 seconds to work here in the third quarter. Scott City up by 3 in the Sterling Tournament Championship. Gentry open for right wing 3, airballed. Fox tried to save it in place. She does so, and she gets it to Krista Irvin with 28 seconds to go. The Lady Beavers with another crack at it. Now to Trout, drives to her right. Her layup is no good, but she's going to the line for 2 free throws. Good hustle by Fox when it looked like that ball was going to work its way out of bounds off the air ball miss by Gentry. Saves it into play, and 2 free throws for Scott City. 4th team foul on Southeast. Megan Trout's free throw leaves it short. And credit to the PA announcer for announcing who was at the line while she was shooting the free throw. Second free throw coming up here. That one good. She's 3 of 4 at the line, has 3 points, 36-32, 24 seconds to go. That really bugs me when the PA announcer is talking while the free throws are shooting. That's a turnover on Southeast of Saline. Scott City with the ball up by 4. Late third quarter, 13 seconds goes. Gentry brings it across, right to left. Goes right to Avery Lewis with 8. Into Trout, power dribble, goes to right, bank shot. No, but she draws another foul. That's on Sutton Douglas. That's her first, or make that second. Team foul number 5 of the third with 6.3 to go in the third period. 36-32, Scott City with the lead. And Trout back to the line. All right, he got it done before she shot the free throw. That bounces in, 37-32. 6.3 here in the third. Scott City getting to the line more in this third quarter. They're 5 of 7 in the third quarter. And make it 5 of 8. Rebound, Avery Lewis had it, and then Fox grabs it with 4 seconds. She gets harassed, finds Trout with 1 second, and tried to pass it in, but no shot attempt at the end of the third quarter. But Scott City gets a 37-32 lead in the championship game here in Sterling as we head to the fourth quarter. Back in a minute, this is Scott City basketball.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
FDIC and equal housing lender.
Scott City basketball to begin the fourth quarter. They lead by 5. With it is Chris Irvin to Kendall Gentry, left corner to Irvin. 7:50 to go. Spin move, goes to left baseline, cut off, finds Gentry into Trout. Goes to right, kicks it right wing. Avery Lewis turns down the 3, loses the handle on the pass, and a turnover and a foul. 7:43 to go that time. Scott City commits turnover number 9. They're going to get that on Piper Fox for her third foul. It's a tough one, a turnover and a foul on Scott City. 7:43 to go. Avery Lewis leading Scott City tonight with 15 points. 11 for Sutton Douglas, 10 for Kaya Samuelson. Make that 9 for Sutton Douglas. For Southeast Saline, and 10 for Kaya Samuelson. With it up top is Heinrich. 7:30 to go. Fourth quarter off from screen left corner. A release on the 3 and bearing it left corner Samuelson. She has 13 and it's a 2-point game. 7:24 to go. 37-35. They set a nice screen in that corner. Trout going to her right. Splits the defenders. Puts it up just a little strong as it clanks out of the rim. And 2 free throws coming up. That'll be a foul on Sutton Douglas, her third. Nope, correction. Boy, and they're going to get Annabelle Villelas. That'll be her first. But it's the first team foul nonetheless on the Trojans in the fourth quarter. Both teams with a foul apiece. Trout, 4 of 6 from the line tonight. 6 of 10 are the Lady Beavers at the line tonight. Southeast Saline just 3 of 10. 7:17 to go. First to 2, Trout got it. 38-35. And Trout short on the second. Rebound in the hands of Villelas. She's been a rebounding machine for the Lady Trojans off the bench tonight. 3-point lead for Lady Beavers. First minute of the fourth quarter. Southeast with the ball. Entry feed. Here's Douglas trying to drive in, and she draws a push on the floor. That's on Trout, her third. There's 7:05 to go. So Scott City all of a sudden starting to get some of their post players into foul troubles. Trout with 3, Felker with 3, and Fox with 3. Metzger, also Peyton Gentry, and Mackenzie Metzger in. Megan Trout, Avery Lewis, and Chris Irvin exit with 7:05 to go. Southeast with the ball down 38-35. They just get it in to avoid the 5 count in the right corner to Kaya Samuelson. Spin move. And almost a walk and almost an offensive foul as Gentry hit the deck. That was Kendall Gentry hit the deck. Now driving in, loses the dribble, loose, and it's stolen away. That time Villa lost the dribble. Here's Scott City with the ball. Peyton Gentry will step up, fire the 3. Too strong, long rebound, tracked down by her sister Kendall Gentry. Underneath, here's Piper Fox, goes to her left and banks it home for 2. Her first basket gives Scott City a 40-35 lead. 6:35 to go. Underneath, and that's going to be... a foul on Kaylee Felker. Might have been there, but the official says otherwise. The 50-50 goal goes Southeast Saline's way, and Scott City already with 3 fouls here in the first 86 seconds of the fourth quarter, and now Felker with 4 fouls with 6:34 to go. 2 free throws coming up for Pearson. She's 2 out of 4 now, 3 out of 5, and it's 40-36. 6:34 to go. Katie Weathers in for Felker, who exits with 4 fouls. 8 Lady Beavers once again have scored tonight. Second free throw, good, and 40-37. 3-point game. 6:34 to go, fourth quarter. Southeast averages 46 points a game. Scott City at 52. 90 seconds in this fourth quarter. Up top with it is Mackenzie Metzger. Goes left to Kendall Gentry. Lobs it into Piper Fox. Goes to her right. Her runner line drives it. No, and the rebound into the hands of Sutton Douglas for Southeast of Saline. Lady Trojan does hit the deck, and now a little stop and go. Here's Samuelson, and that's going to be, another blocking foul. Come on. My goodness. That's already 4 in the quarter on Scott City, and that's the 4th on Piper Fox with 6:11 to go. Oh, a tough break, and decision time for Coach Justin Froh. And now Addison Rohrer in for Southeast of Saline. Coach is going to bring in another sub here. Megan Trout has 3 fouls. She'll come in for Piper Fox as her and Kaylee Felker each have 4 fouls. For Southeast of Saline, they have nobody with more than 2 fouls. 6:11 to go. Nice backdoor cut. Sutton Douglas with a basket. She has 11. It's 40-39. And Southeast of Saline is back to within 1 at the 6-minute mark of this one. They have scored 5 of the first 8 points of this fourth quarter. Mackenzie Metzger with it. Drives in, pulls up, and a little strong on that jumper. Rebound. Trout will go up, and she's fouled. And she'll get 2 more free throws, much to the displeasure of Sutton Douglas, who argues with the official about the call. The same one that teed up Jackson Rumford last night for kind of a questionable technical tee-up. But Douglas with her 3rd with 5:54 to go, and that's a team's 2nd of the fourth quarter. Trout back to the line. See if she can get above 50% here on this trip down. She hits the first. 41-39, 5:54 to go. Back in is Reagan Duran for Reese Heinrich for Southeast of Saline. Trout 6 points all at the line tonight. See if she can get 7 right here. The answer is no. Remains 50-50. Fight for the rebound. Weathers gets to Megan Trout somehow. She'll split the defenders, throws it up, leaves it short, got her own rebound, and she'll take it out. Up top to Kendall Gentry with 5:43 to go. Now Peyton drives in. Up top, Katie Weathers. Oh, she traveled with it up top on the pump fake, and Scott City turns the ball over. Good hustle there, but only 1 point to show for it for Scott City, and Southeast of Saline can tie the game up here with 5:36 to go, down 41-39. As Coach Justin Froh sends in Avery Lewis and Carissa Irvin to replace Katie Weathers and Peyton Gentry. Scott City now with 4 of their starting 5 out there. Mackenzie Metzger, the lone non-starter of tonight's game, in the line right now for the Lady Beavers. Up by 2. 5.5 to go. Scott City's led by as many as 5. They've had it trimmed to 1 in this fourth quarter. With it now is Samuelson. Scott City in a man-to-man look. Right side looking to drive in. Here's Duran. Loses the ball out of bounds and a turnover. Good defense on that right side by Avery Lewis. And Scott City needs to get a few more of those defensive stops here. Timeout situation. Southeast has 4 timeouts left. Scott City has 3. Team fouls. Scott City already with 4 fouls. Southeast with 2. Kendall Gentry with it. Goes left to Mackenzie Metzger, and she's going to be called with a walk. 5:11 to go, and back-to-back Scott City turnovers. They're 11th of the night. They just need to slow down a little bit. You've got a 2-point lead and don't need to get sped up. Right, back in is Annabelle Villelas for Southeast of Saline. They also had Duran, Kaya Samuelson, Abigail Pearson, also Addison Rohrer. And now with the basketball, that's Duran. 4:58 to go. Now working around the perimeter left side to Samuelson. Back up top, it'll go to Duran. Looking to drive in on Lewis. Does so. Tough runner, left baseline. No, and the rebound to Megan Trout. Good defense that time on her. Here we go. Scott City up by 4 with the ball. 4:40 to work, fourth quarter. Right corner to Avery Lewis, now to Kendall Gentry. Gentry holds it, trying to get into Trout just a little bit too far. And then Southeast of Saline tried to grab the ball on the baseline, and Duran loses it out of bounds. A break for the Lady Beavers as they keep possession of the ball here with 4:35 to go. 41-39 Scott City. Southeast inbounded into Kendall Gentry right, or Scott City with it. Gentry driving in, her runner, no. Couldn't get her own rebound, got momentum too far underneath, and here's Southeast back with the basketball. Gentry with just 3 points here tonight, but has done pretty good work on the other side. Right wing goes to Duran. And that ball poked out by Metzger with 4:19 to go as Peyton Gentry to re-enter the lineup for Scott City. For Kendall Gentry. 41-39. And now Katie Weathers in, and she will replace Megan Trout. Keep her at 3 fouls for now. Katie's going to be called on to get some good defense here. With 4:19 to go in this fourth quarter, right now Piper Fox and Kaylee Felker on the bench right now with 4 fouls for the Lady Beavers. Megan Trout has 3, so the Posts have been in some foul trouble all game here. 4:12 to go fourth quarter. Scott City up by 2, Southeast with the ball. They're working her perimeter right side, and that'll be a whistle and a 3-second lane violation on the Lady Trojans. I haven't seen that 3-second lane violation call all year until the last 2 days of this tournament. But Scott City will take the call. 2-point lead here, 41-39, midway mark, fourth quarter. Here we go. Back to action. Can Scott City win their first midseason tournament game in 5 years? With it up top is Avery Lewis. Holds it. Now looking to put on the floor. She has 15. Hasn't attempted a shot in the fourth quarter. Metzger with it. 3:50 to work. Now Chris Irvin turns down the 3. Now it's Lewis. Turns down the 3. She was quickly guarded. Drives it. Now up top. Irvin will launch a 3. Oh, a little strong. Follows up, or had her rebound. Followed up. Then tipped by Peyton Gentry. And Scott City has another crack at it up 2. 3:35 to go. Katie Weathers hits the deck. Now Peyton Gentry to Chris Irvin. Backside, here's Avery Lewis. Layup. No! And the rebound. We're going to get a tie-up. It'll still be Southeast of Saline ball. Oh, man. Avery Lewis was so close to tying her career high, which she said a week ago at Colby. And setting Douglas in for Annabelle Villalez with 3:27 to go and a 2-point Beaver lead. We've been stuck at this score for 2.5 minutes. Last point was scored by Megan Trout at the charity line. And now losing her footing and losing the ball. Oh, they're going to say last touch by Chris Irvin, who was playing tight defense on Heinrich. And now Piper Fox, Kendall Gentry, Megan Trout return the lineup. Metzger out. Also Peyton Gentry and Katie Weathers. So Scott City with her starting 5. Fox has to be careful. She has just 4 fouls. But before we are back to action, it's a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Shauna Smith in Southeast of Saline with 3:17 to go here, fourth quarter. Both teams now down to 3 timeouts. We're going to keep it right here, 41-39. This has been a back-and-forth game. We've had 7 lead changes, 3 ties. Scott City has led since about the 3-minute mark of the third quarter when they went up 30-29. Off of a 3, I believe that was by Peyton Gentry at the time. 3:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. Scott City's hit 5 threes here on the night. And their defense can hold the rope here with a 2-point lead with 3:17 to go. It's been a great championship game here. 2 pretty evenly matched teams. Southeast has won 7 in a row, all out of the Christmas break, and they get a screen and a pump fake for Heinrich, but good defense by Scott City. Heinrich guarded by Gentry. The Beavers have been called for 4 fouls in this fourth quarter. Southeast just 2. 3 minutes to go, 41-39. Driving the right baseline. Pearson kind of pushing off, trying to get around the. Oh, she got away with a double dribble, and she ties it. She got away with a double dribble out in the open, and it's 41-41. Wow, tough break with 2:50 to go. Our 4th tie of the night. And now Chris Irvin for the lead. Oh, too strong. Rebound Southeast of Saline's Pearson. Southeast with the ball looking to retake the lead for the first time since 29-27. 2:34 to go here in the ball game. Southeast of the ball tied at 41. Scott City on a 3-minute drought here. Southeast of Saline just ended a 3-minute drought moments ago on their last trip. Pearson with the basketball. She has 9 for the Trojans. Almost 3 Lady Trojans in double figures. 2:15 to work. They get it in to Sutton Douglas. Backing away and now give and go. Shot blocked. Oh, they're going to call a foul. A push with 2:10 to go. 2 free throws coming up for the Trojans, and that is going to be it for Piper Fox. She'll exit with 2 fouls with 2:10 to go, and that's team foul number 5. And 2 free throws coming up for Addison Rohr. Her first trip to line tonight to break this 41-41 tie. And so Fox exits, and Kaylee Felker will take her spot with 2:10 to go. 41-41. Tough break there for the Lady Beavers, but that was probably the right call there. There's a little contact, said the official. Push more of the body. Free throw for the lead off the back iron and off. The senior Rohr averages 2 points a game for the Trojans coming into the week. 41-41, 2:10 to go. We're in for a tight finish here in Sterling. For the lead, good. 42-41. Southeast is Selene's first lead in a while. 2:10 to go. They've scored the last 3 points of the ball game. They've inched closer and closer. Scott City led by 5 going into the fourth quarter. They've only scored 4 points here in this period. Into Lewis. Goes to her left, and she gets tied up. And it'll still stay Lady Trojan ball in the possession arrow. 1:58 to go, fourth quarter. And a good help defense that time. Coach Justin Froh, it's 6 points all at the line. Actually, she's her first or second quarter, she hit 2 free throws. She gets this one to make it 43-42. 1:33 to go in the fourth quarter. 4 ties, 8 lead changes here tonight. She has 7 points all at the free throw line. This one, big one for the tie. Sure, yes, it crawls in. It looked like it snuck off, but it was going to sneak off, I should say. Her 5th tie, 90 seconds to go in regulation. 43-43, good defense by Irvin, almost a little too tight. With it here, Samuelson. 1:24 to go, fourth quarter, 43-43, Scott City, Southeast is Selene in the Sterling Invitational Championship game. Driving in the left block, getting cut off, needing help, and she travels with it. Good defense by Chris Irvin, using the baseline as an ally, as a defender, and Southeast is Selene turns it over, and Scott City with a chance to take the lead with 75 fourth quarter seconds left. 43-43 is your score. Here we go. Irvin takes it left sideline into the front court. Now to the top of the key. 1:05 to go. Lob into Trout. Gets it deflected, and it's going to be a foul. Oh, no, they're going to call it travel on that. She didn't have possession of the ball. I think it was going to be a turnover anyway on Scott City with 1:04 to go. Southeast of Selene has been collapsing on Trout there, and Coach Justin Froh couldn't believe the call. I think it was going to be she was getting ready to lose the ball anyway, and Southeast was about to steal it. 1 minute to go. 43-43 is your score. Rohr with it now, right corner, almost going out of bounds to Samuelson, and then she does go out of bounds. And back to Scott City. And Coach Justin Froh is going to burn his final 30-second timeout. He's down to 1. 52.8 to go. We're going to keep it right here. Scott City 43, Southeast of Selene 43. The Beavers have not had a field goal since the 6:38 mark of the fourth quarter when they went up 40-37. That was by Piper Fox. In fact, that is their lone field goal of the fourth quarter. She is on the bench. She picked up her 5th foul with 2:10 to go. Here at 52.8 seconds to go. Team fouls. Scott City is well over the limit. They have 6 fouls in this fourth quarter. Southeast of Selene has been whistled for just 3. Foul trouble. Kaylee Felker has 4 fouls. She's on the floor. Megan Trout has 3 fouls. She's on the floor. Southeast of Selene has Sutton Douglas on the floor with 3 fouls. Timeouts remaining for Southeast of Selene, they have 3. If we do have another tie-up, the possession arrow favors Southeast of Selene. Beaver ball out of their 30-second break. It'll be Chris Irvin in the front court. 45 seconds left, 43-43. With it now is Avery Lewis. Has only attempted 1 shot in the fourth quarter. Kaylee Felker now to Kendall Gentry. Oh, flashing underneath there, but couldn't find Irvin. Now here's Avery Lewis to Kaylee Felker. 30 seconds to go. Lewis up top. Oh, now to Kendall Gentry. Up top to Kaylee Felker. Underneath, trying to get it to Avery Lewis. Deflected, picked up. Kendall Gentry, a 3 for the lead. Short. Rebound, Trout. Goes up. She's fouled with 19.6 to go. She'll have 2 free throws. Team foul number 4 on Southeast of Selene. That is a 4th foul on Addison Rohr. So Trout back to the line. She has 8 points, all from the free throw line, in a 43-43 game with 19.6 to go, 4th frame. This one for the lead. Yes, nothing but net. 44-43, 19.6 to go. That's lead change number 10 on the night. This one for the lead of 2. Oh, that was pure. 45-43. Trout with the last 4 all at the line. 15 seconds ago, Southeast of Selene will burn one of their 3 timeouts left. It's going to be a full. We are going to come back in 30 seconds with 16 seconds to go, and the Beavers up by 2. This is Scott City basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
Final timeouts left. It'll be the junior Abigail Pearson to trigger it in out of the timeout. Bounce pass up top to Reese Heinrich. Scott City doesn't want to foul. Left side to Samuelson. Now in the left corner, back up top. It goes to Heinrich with a 10, with 9. The 3. Oh, she's stolen away. And now with it is Kendall Gentry. Southeast has the foul with 4.1 to go. That time, Kaya Samuelson tried to shoot the 3. Gentry stuffed her. Trout with the rebound. And then to Gentry. Southeast hesitated on fouling, and the Beavers will head to the line for 2 free throws. That foul is on Reese Heinrich, her second, team foul number 5, and Kendall Gentry with the defensive play of the game right now. They're going to do the awards ceremony afterwards. Gentry to the line for 2. First one rims off. It'll still be, does Shauna Smith burn a timeout here? Nope. Yes, she does. Nope, not yet. Only if she or after this attempt. 4.1 to go. Scott City sends a second player back. And this is one for a 3-point lead. Yes, timeout Southeast, 46-43. The Lady Beavers up by 3 with 4.1 to go. We will come back in 30 seconds. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Southeast is Saline 43. 4.1 to go. They can run the baseline. Scott City does not guard the inbounder, the junior Sutton Douglas. They will lob it to near half court. With it, here's Abigail Pearson with 2 seconds. 1 second. Here's a 3 for the tie. No good! It's too strong! And the Lady Beavers are mid-season Sterling Invitational Tournament champions. They hang on 46-43. Pearson had a good look at the top of the key. I thought maybe Scott City was awful close to fouling. They slightly contested, but the Cardiac Beavers survive with just 1 field goal in the fourth quarter, and they win the tournament title 46-43. What a finish, and they end Southeast of Salene's 7-game win streak. Scott City will go into the league schedule next Tuesday with a 7-5 record. Southeast of Saline falls to 9-3. We're going to come back in 3 minutes with our post-game coverage. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we're excited to offer Pivot Bio, your nitrogen solution for better plant health, stronger ROI, and sustainable farming. Through biological nitrogen fixation, Pivot Bio delivers nitrogen directly to your crops, reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers. Proudly supporting Scott County athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is committed to your farm's success and our community's future. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Pivot Bio for a more profitable tomorrow.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Here, 46-43. They were 1 of 10 from the field in the fourth quarter. They trailed 42-41 or 43-41 with 1:45 to go. But Scott City hit 5 of their final 6 free throws to pick up the 3-point win and held off a very pesky Southeast Saline team. That is a young team, but they are going to be a formidable team in 3A for years to come. But tonight, it belonged to the Beaver Blue. Final numbers here in this ball game: Avery Lewis with 15 points. Megan Trout, who was just named to the All-Tournament team, had 10 points and 7 rebounds. All 10 of her points came from the foul line, where she was 10 of 14. Also tonight, 4 each for Kendall Gentry, Krista Irvin, Katie Weathers, and Peyton Gentry. Katie had 4 big points in a row there in that third quarter. And then 2 for Piper Fox and 3 for Mackenzie Metzger on a first half 3. Scott City had 31 rebounds. They ended up owning the glass in the second half and in for the ball game 31-24. They had 17 fouls, 8 assists, 13 turnovers, 6 steals, and 1 block shot. They shot, I mentioned, 13 of 48 from the floor. And for Southeast of Saline, they were led in scoring tonight by Kaya Samuelson, the freshman. She had 8 of her 13 points in the first quarter, 11 for Sutton Douglas, 9 tonight for Abigail Pearson, 5 for Reese Heinrich, and 4 for Addison Rohr, and 1 for Reagan Duran. The depth might have been the difference in this game for Scott City. Southeast of Saline, probably the story as well. Both teams hit 5 threes. Scott City had 2 fewer field goals than Southeast of Saline, but they were plus 10 at the foul line. The Lady Trojans were just 8 of 18 at the free throw line. Southeast was 15 of 32 from the field, 5 of 11 on threes. They had 24 rebounds, 20 of those on the defensive side, 13 fouls, 8 assists, 15 turnovers, and 2 steals and 2 block shots. That'll wrap up our girls post game. Lady Beavers tournament champions in Sterling for the first time in their first midseason tournament crown since 2020 with a rally in the fourth quarter, 46-43. They took the lead with 19 seconds to go. We're going to take a 1-minute break here. Let's take a 2-minute break. A 2-minute break, and we're going to begin with our boys pregame with head coach Brian Gentry. Back in 2 minutes. This is Scott City basketball.
Buy one iPhone 16 Pro Max and get one on Nextech Wireless. iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by the A18 Pro chip and built for Apple Intelligence. Now available in 4 stunning finishes: black titanium, white titanium, natural titanium, and desert titanium. Which iPhone 16 Pro Max color will you choose? Stop by a location near you to take advantage of this amazing deal today. Nextech Wireless, connecting Kansans.
Scott County Hospital is a highly trained team of motivated and compassionate professionals serving the needs of their community, offering a wide variety of therapy services, including TMJ and pelvic floor therapy. Their specialty clinic has over 20 specialists and offers state-of-the-art equipment with 3D mammography and a brand new MRI suite. All this is located close to home in Scott City. Scott County Hospital, with quick scheduling and friendly hometown service. To schedule or for questions, call 620-872-5811.
Shells Flowers and More in Scott City is your full-service florist that provides custom floral arrangements and great gift ideas for anyone. Stop in and see what they offer, including jewelry, snack mixes, baby gifts, balloons, baptismals, flavored coffees, and so much more. There's more gift ideas arriving daily. Don't forget to reach out to Shells Flowers and More for weddings, funerals, or any special occasion. Shells Flowers and More, your go-to for flowers and gifts. On West 5th Street in Scott City, 620-872-5336.
Built and owned by cattlemen, Scott Pro is your partner in beef production. Doing business with people that know and understand the industry gives you the advantage in today's ultra-competitive and ever-changing marketplace. Ingredient and bulk sampling help fine-tune your feeding program and achieve production goals. Targeted supplements designed to match your exact needs are the standard at Scott Pro. Call us today at 620-872-2189 and let the professionals at Scott Pro design your custom supplement.
Welcome back here to Sterling. Adam Kadavy with you on Mix 45. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh in Scott City and Leota. Coach Brian Gentry joining me here at pregame. And, Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. A good win for you guys last night, 57-40 over Hugoton. And as good as the offense was, it was the defense that carried you 32 minutes.
Yeah, it was. Our defense was locked in. We were very active. Not very many opportunities did we give them that were easy or uncontested. So very pleased with our guys, and truth is they're going to need another performance like that tonight.
And it really started with Avery more than anything else, hitting a couple threes in the corner. That just kind of sparked the offense there, and so that was a good start, and I think that kind of set the tone for the whole night.
Yeah, like we talked about last night, Avery found himself in that corner that he likes to shoot from, and we were on time, on target, and able to knock it down, which, breathes a little bit of life and confidence into the rest of our team.
Jackson ended up with his 23 points there, got over 1,000 points. That was huge there. He got it in the first half on a nice alley-oop there from Alex.
Yeah, we've seen that alley-oop before. We just haven't finished it, so it was pretty impressive. Very special moment for a very special kid, and couldn't be more pleased with it.
It's a different opponent tonight. Sterling, they're a really good team. They're ranked in the top 5 in 2A, and they beat Lions by around 13, I think it was, yesterday. And you take a look at the Sterling team. They're the defending tournament champions. Different team a little bit from last year, but boy, the kids that they play, they're pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, they're a good team. Starting with the Eckert kid, who has length, has the ability to get to the rim, and does it in transition as well as anybody we've played. And then just has it. So, that's going to be a tough one. We're going to have to get back. We're going to have to, defend him as a team in transition. And then we got to be there on the catch. We're not going to be able to do anything as far as, blocking or taking away his shot because he's so long. But and then, Blake Smith has been, putting on a pretty nice little tournament. And very physical player, gets downhill, but all of them do. I think all of them drive the ball extremely hard, get downhill. So we got our work cut out for us. They're a very good team, and it's going to take a very
So it's going to be a little bit longer day. What do you do to kind of keep the kids focused and kind of in a somewhat routine on the road?
Well, thank you to the courtesy of the Holiday Inn Express. We can stay there a little bit longer, so we don't have to get out quite as early. But then just kind of a long delayed lunch, and we'll go hang out. We'll go hang out at another spot here in town, and then we'll make our way down there. We'll get there around the beginning to middle of the Hugoton game. So. It won't be too long, being able to bridge that gap, and the girls play, so that's great to see, two Scott City teams in the championship, and it makes the day a little bit smoother transition for us.
Yeah, and I tell you, this has been a fun tournament. First time in the championship game. It's exciting, and Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame tonight. Scott City taking on Sterling. Thanks again for joining me here. As always, Coach, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh Benz and Scott City and Leota. More to come from Sterling as we continue our coverage here after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
At Axis Seed Red Barn, we're committed to dialing in the data for your farming success. Our corn hybrids offer exceptional drought tolerance and impressive ear flex, ensuring a profitable harvest. Proudly local, yet backed by a national brand, we deliver top-tier seeds with a personal touch. And as always, we're here to support our community, cheering on the Beavers. Axis Seed, where data meets dedication.
Get the ears covered, and here we go. Well, Coach, congratulations on the win. What a gutsy performance. Kind of fighting adversity with some foul trouble with your post in the second half, but what a gutsy tournament win.
Yeah, absolutely. Just super proud of the girls and the way they fought tonight. Took an entire game, and we knew it was going to. You know, no championship game's easy, and I thought that we did a great job of weathering the storm, and we never tapped out. We stuck with them the entire game. We played very physical. We played very hard. A lot of adversity that we had to battle through, but, you know, amazing job on their end and just pulling through in the end.
Yeah, you were down 15-6 early, but just kind of stayed the course. It was early in the game. I kind of said that. You stayed the course, and your team definitely did that.
Absolutely, and we knew that they were going to shoot a lot of threes, and with that, you know, they're going to make some. So they have potential to go on some long runs, but also they have potential to go on some big droughts. So we just had to make sure that we stayed composed, and we had to start chipping away if they did get a lead like we did in the first. And then also with that, you know, we got to be able to be continue to be aggressive. I thought that we were sitting back outside the three-point line and kind of stalling around the rim. But I thought we did a good job of actually attacking the basket a little more and being more aggressive down low in the second half.
And that paid dividends and into the fourth quarter. Going in, I don't know if you would ever think you'd win the way you did. You were down by 2 for a while there, 43-41, but only one field goal in the fourth quarter for you guys. You've closed out the game 7 of 10 at the foul line, and not too many games you're going to win, especially against a good team like Southeast, only with one field goal in the fourth quarter. But that just kind of shows the guts in your defense showing up when they needed to.
Absolutely. I told them before the game, defense wins championships, right? So it's going to come on the defensive end. And after we got things figured out and settled in, you know, after that first half there, I thought that we did a great job of finding shooters and sticking with them, and they didn't get a whole lot of looks in the second half. And then also with that, you know, we also got to be able to, you know, when our shots aren't falling, get to the rim more, not settle as much. I think we're getting there. But great job, you know, just taking it to them in the second half and finding a way to score when we're not scoring, which was getting to the free throw line and making shots there.
Yeah, you mentioned the free throw line. Megan Trout goes 10 of 14. All 10 of her points were at the line tonight.
Absolutely. But, hey, we'll take it any way we can. You know, if she's going to keep being aggressive and getting fouls called down there, we'll take it. I thought she did a great job of being physical and you know, not getting too worked up with the lack of calls that we had, but I thought that, in the end, we needed her, and she came through for us.
Going back to the defense, you mentioned the Southeast threes. I think you'll take this 5 of 11 on threes.
Yeah, we'll take that, and I think most of those came in the first half too. Yep. So, like I said, much better job in the second half, stepping up and finding shooters and closing out and making them beat us somewhere else, not on the three-point line. But just, great team win tonight.
Yeah, it was. Avery ended up with 15 points to lead you guys, but you had 8 players score for you guys out of 9 that checked in. And I tell you what, even though the first game was a little lopsided, yesterday got a little muddy, but you guys came through in the second half. Tonight was a great championship game. There was a lot of growth in 3 games in 4 days.
Yeah, I thought that we did a tremendous job of just battling through adversity all weekend with all 3 games. It was never going to be easy, but I told him, I said, I believe in you. I think that we are one of the best teams here. We just got to go out and show it. So I think we did that tonight, and hopefully we can carry this confidence into next week and just moving forward.
Yep, on the road at Goodland on Tuesday.
Absolutely, quick turnaround, just the way we like it.
But at least you have Saturday off, right?
Yep, Saturday and Sunday to get ready for next week.
All right, well, congratulations, Coach. Enjoy this one, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, Adam.
All right, once again, comments from Coach Justin Froh, the Lady Beavers tournament champions here at Sterling, 46-43. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll come back with a little bit of our boys pregame as well, and then we'll get you starters and keys in the opening tip-off. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
BBN is brought to you by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, Norder Supply Incorporated, Ag Management Services, Vogelmore Family Farms, White's Food Liner, Scott Community Foundation.
Red Barn Enterprises is proud to offer Meristem crop performance products, including Upshift C and Revline hopper throttle. These innovative products help reduce fertilizer waste and boost your crop's performance, ensuring healthier plants and better yields. Committed to our community, we proudly support Scott County Athletics. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Meristem crop performance products to enhance your farm's efficiency.
Opener in 2021 in this gym. Last time Scott City won, you have to go back to 2016. It was a game held in Lakin in the sub-state championship game where the Beavers went to state. Also, interesting notes, Scott City won their, well, we'll get to a little bit of this game a little bit more. Let's take a 90-second break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Western State Bank, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center, LLC, Spray Foamit, LLC, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services.
Go with the proven winner. I'm Michael Trout from State Farm in Scott City. When it comes to auto insurance, we score big with our policyholders. We score on competitive rates, on customer service, and on satisfaction and speedy claim handling. Let us quote your autos today and make you a part of the Trout State Farm team. Call or stop by Michael Trout State Farm and you can be assured of our personal best. Go with the winner, Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
City where they have compassionate care for all of God's creatures.
Back here, starting lineups here for Scott City and Security State Bank is starting lineups. As we take a look at it here for the Scott City Beavers, Brian Gentry in his 9th season, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kite. Eloy Ruelas, a 5'10 senior, averaging 7 points and 4.4 assists a game. Avery Radke, a 6'1 junior, at 6.8 points and 4.2 boards a contest. Junior Mesa, the 5'11 sophomore, 7.7 points and 2.6 rebounds per contest. Also, Alex Tarango, a 5'10 senior. And 5'10 senior Tarango, 10 points, 4 boards a game. And Jackson Rumford, a newest 1,000-point member in Scott City boys basketball history, the 6'6 senior, 21 points, 11 boards a game. For the Sterling Black Bears, Derek Schneider, he's in his 17th season in his alma mater. They have quite a crew here this year. They're going to start a lot of juniors. In fact, they have no seniors in their lineup, but this is a team with only 2 losses this year. They're 9-2. Their lone losses, 1 point loss to Great Bend in the Kingman tournament, and also 2 weeks ago at Moundridge against the 2-time 2A state champions, Moundridge Wildcats. They lost that game 58-47. They've won 4 in a row coming into tonight. So starters for Sterling, Blake Smith, he is a 6-foot junior. Zane Farney, a 6-foot junior. Also, Wyatt Newberry, a 5'10 sophomore. Boston Eckert, a 6'6 junior. He is going to be the one to watch. He is a phenomenal athlete. And Cameron Morris, a 6'1 sophomore. So 3 juniors, 2 sophomores for the Sterling Black Bears. The point I was going to make earlier, as these 2 teams met up in some tournament play, well, they met up for the 1958 state championship about 25 or so miles away in the sports arena, where the Beavers knocked off the Black Bears to win their first ever state championship. And Sterling, a couple years later, they're one of the founding teams in the Scott City Invitational Tournament. Keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trouts. For Scott City, I think the key tonight is know where number 23 is. Second is prevent Sterling from going downhill. They have small guards that are 6 foot that'll be quick, and they like to go downhill to the basket. Those are your keys to the game. Scott City in their home white uniforms tonight. They've got the navy blue numbers, letters, and lighter blue trim, the number 1 seed. Sterling, the number 2 seed. They have the road black uniforms with the white letters and numbering. Jackson Rumford and also Boston Eckert to tip, and Scott City wins a tap. And this boys championship game underway nearly an hour later than originally scheduled. But that's all right. Going to be near capacity crowd here at Sterling College. Eloy Ruelas wide open for a 3. No, rebound. Rumford does get it tipped to himself, and then he gets it stripped, and an early turnover. A good look that time from Ruelas up top. You almost wonder if maybe that's Sterling going to leave Ruelas open to shoot some threes here. We'll see. Speaking of threes, draining it out high from college range is Boston Eckert to give Sterling an early 3-0 lead. 7:26 to go first quarter. This team lit it up on Tuesday against Smoky Valley. They would hit a total of 10 threes in the second half and 14 for the ball game. The runner by Radke can't get it to go, and Sterling with the board in the hands of Eckert. 3-0. Sterling leads it. We've played nearly a minute. Out high, here's Smith for 3. No. Rebound, Ruelas had it, but then stripped out of his hands and out of bounds as they come down. It'll be Scott City basketball. As I mentioned, against Smoky Valley in their 87-32 win, they scored 36 points in that third quarter. They went 6 of 7 on threes to separate themselves from the Vikings after it was just a 13-10 score after the first quarter. Last night it was a 13-point game. Rumford for a 3, no. Tipped. Rumford had it, but then poked away. Here's Sterling with it, and Eckert again. Scott City 0 for 3 to begin this ball game. Down 3-0, and they force an early turnover with 6:40 to go first quarter. Tarango to person across. Weaves his way through and then draws a foul on Wyatt Newberry, much to the displeasure of the partisan Sterling crowd. His first in the ball game's first foul. Last night against against Lions, the Black Bears led at 30-18 the break. Lions is one of those teams that just cannot go away. They ended up being a 13-point game, 64-51, but it's a 20-point game after a while. Off the inbounds, a layup for Rumford. He's got Scott City on the board with 6:33 to go first quarter at 3-2. Scott City finally on the board, 90 seconds into this boys championship game. The Black Bears, the defending tournament champions, winning on what was a buzzer beater, kind of controversial. A shot up blocked by Rumford. Lead pass to Ruelas after he got the board. He gets it to Tarango, who can't handle it, and it's Scott City's second turnover. As I mentioned, the Black Bears, They were the tournament champions a year ago, kind of a controversial finish. They added some time during a timeout, and Hugoton crowd did not know, or bench did not know, and Hugoton would hit, or Sterling would hit a baseline jumper at the end of the game. Here's a Euro step through, shot up, airballed by Smith, and it's Radke with the board. 3-2 Scott City down. We've played 2 minutes. Here comes Trango to the front court, up top. And working around the perimeter left side to Junior Mesa. Now to Jackson Rumford, out high. Holds it. Now we'll skip it over right corner to Radke. He'll fire a 3. He'll be too strong on the 3. Mesa couldn't get it. Saved into play by the Black Bears, but then thrown right in the hands of Tarango, who throws it away, and the teams will trade turnovers. 5:40 to work third quarter. Scott City 0-4 from downtown here. Radke shot that 3, where he hit 2 threes to open up last night's game in the win against Hugoton. Eckert drives in, and that's going to be a charge taken by Ruelas on Boston Eckert. That's his first, and Sterling's second team foul of the period with 5:27 to go in the opening period. So Sterling goes a little younger as Jacob Lewis, a 5'11 freshman, enters for the first time. And he's questioning or asking Derek Schneider, who do I come in for? It's going to be for Blake Smith. 3-2 your score. 5:27 to go here in the opening frame. Scott City down by 1. Looking for their first lead here early on. In the front court, Ruelas goes right over to Alex Tarango. Tarango, Cutter, Rumford. Nice dish backside to Radke. Hang, shoots, can't get it to go. Little contact to the rebound to Boston Eckert, who already has 3 boards in this first quarter. Scott City just 1 of 6 to open up this game. Down 3-2, 5 minutes to go first quarter. Now Eckert on an overpass, kicks it over right side. He got away with a walk. Now to Lewis, back up top, it'll go to Zane Farney, and Sterling will reset. Coach Gentry says they don't run a whole lot of offensive sets, and then they're almost losing it out of bounds. Eckert just saves it in. 4:48 to go first quarter. That is going to be quite a matchup. Rumford and Eckert here. So far we haven't seen Eckert guard Rumford much, and that might be what they do with him. He'll try to drive around Rumford. His layup too strong. Rebound Eckert gets it, gets stripped going up, and that's a foul and 2 free throws. Boy, the official somehow saw the contact through Eckert. Eckert had his back to the official who made the call. Tough break for the Beavers. Tarango's first, team foul number 1. Boston Eckert, the 6'6 junior, opened up the game with a 3. He's at the line for 2. 3-2 Sterling lead. 4:33 to go first quarter, and that one rims out. Sterling with Blake Smith back in. They'll play maybe about 7 players. 6 probably at the most. 7, they need another one for a breather. Eckert hits 1 out of 2. The 6'6 junior makes it 4-2. He has all 4 of the points for the Sterling Black Bears. Out of the Heart of America League. They have 3 ranked teams in 2A in that league. Left corner, here's a 3 for the lead. Yes, it's Junior Mesa stepping up big and gives Scott City their first lead with 4:18 to go first quarter at 5-4. He had a big 3 when Hugoton was making the run in the fourth quarter last night. That put Scott City up by 13. That ended the Hugoton's 7-0 run. 4 minutes to go first quarter, 5-4. Beavers up by 1. Here's Smith, pivots, hangs, shoots. No, rebound Ruelas for Scott City. Here come the Beavers with a 5-4 lead of the ball. 3:53 to go. Mesa for another 3. That one off the back iron. The rebound tipped, and it's Rumford with it. Scott City with another crack at it. Spin move by Rumford will kick it out to Ruelas, and Scott City will reset. He'll drive right baseline, wrap around to Tarango. Back up top. Here's a 3 for Mesa again from the left wing. That one's short, and the rebound into Cameron Morris for Sterling. Couple good looks that time for Mesa. Couldn't knock him down. And now on the other end, a 3 is on the way and good. For Wyatt Newberry, the sophomore, gives Sterling the lead back at 7-5 with 3:24 to go first period of play. So they have their second 3 of the game. Ruelas around a screen looking to drive in, and they're going to call that a moving screen on Jackson Rumford out high. That's going to be his first, team second. And in will be Farney to replace Newberry. Brooks Bailey in for the first time for Scott City as Junior Mesa will exit. Bailey had 5 points in that semifinal game last night, hit a 3 and a 2. Had his first 3 of the year against the Eagles. 7-5 Sterling with the lead of the ball as we approach 3 minutes to work first quarter. Farney up top. Here's Blake Smith. He'll launch a 3. Wide left. Barely draws iron. And Ruelas underneath there to clear the board. Ruelas drives left sideline up top looking to drive in. Flips it behind him. Right swing to Tarango. He'll put it on the floor. Up top to Brooks Bailey. Left side, Ruelas pump fakes on a three. Guarded by the 5'11 Lewis, who's a freshman. He's a pretty talented athlete. 2:45 to go. Rumford pump fakes. Guarded by Eckert. That ball kicked. With 2:42 to go first quarter, it'll stay Beaver basketball as Newberry back in. And we're seeing Coach Derek Schneider really substitute liberally out of every dead ball, subbing in one in kind of a 6-player rotation. Ruelas to inbound it in. Will lob it into Radke toward the foul line. Now to Tarango up top. Here's Ruelas. Catch and shoot three. That's off to the right. Rebound deflected. Bailey had it, but in the hands of Jacob Lewis. Scott City firing a lot of threes here in this first quarter. Here's going down the paint. Blake Smith, no. And another Scott City board. 2:25 to go first quarter, 7-5. Sterling leads Scott City ball. Rumford for the lead. Air ball straight away. Saved into play, but it hit underneath the backboard. Good hustle by Tarango, and it belonged to Sterling. In the lineup for the first time, Zach DeShiel. He is a 6'5 freshman. As I mentioned, the Sterling Black Bear team, no seniors. 7-5 they lead. 2:10 to go first quarter. They were a fourth-place team in Class 2A a year ago, lost to the Sacred Heart Knights in that third-place game in Dodge. 2 minutes to go first quarter. With it, Tarango. He's being guarded here by, or guarding, I should say, Jacob Lewis. Underneath, layup is, Rumford picks up his second foul, trying to block Farney's shot, and he hits him in the head. Oh, no, that's a break. They're going to get that on Brooks Bailey. I thought initially they were going to get that on Rumford. You're thinking Scott City, oh boy. 2 free throws, though, for Zane Farney, the junior. First of 2 on the way, good. And Sterling with an 8-5 lead. 2 minutes exactly to go here in the opening period. And that one crawls off. Rebound. Radke flips it into play. And to Brooks Bailey. Radke with another board. Sterling 2 of 4 from the line in this first quarter. They have an 8-5 lead. They've scored the last 4 points of the game. 1:48 to work first period. Brooks Bailey up top. Heavy defense finds Alex Tarango. Tarango trying to get it to Rumford. He's guarded by Morris. Rumford double team goes to his left. Pump fakes. Can't find anybody. Now finds Bailey in the left corner. His shot is swatted out of there by Zane Farney. And it'll still remain Black Bear basketball. Blake Smith and Boston Eckert in for Sterling with 95 first quarter seconds to go as he sends that in behind that ball did Farney into the first row behind the Sterling bench. So out is Cameron Morris and also Jacob Lewis. 8-5 Scott City trailing. Ruelas steps back, finds a cutting Radke to the foul line. Jumper swish. He's got his first basket, 8-7. 1:26 to go first quarter. Scott City ends a 3-minute drought there and a 4-0 run by the Sterling Black Bears as we're down to 1:15 to work, and pass is thrown away, intercepted by Tarango. Sterling's 4th turnover as Tarango will take it across the timeline. Bounce pass up top to Rumford, goes left. Here is with it, Ruelas. Drives in, kicks it right corner to Tarango. A 3 for the lead. Hits the side of the backboard. Here's Eckert over Ruelas for the board, and then they'll throw it away, and back-to-back Sterling turnovers. Caston Wren in for the first time. Junior Mesa back in, and out will be Avery Radke and also Alex Tarango. With under a minute to go here in the opening period. 8-7. Scott City down 1. Been a good championship game. Scott City, see if they can improve their shooting here. They've struggled early on from the floor. Rumford now flips it left baseline. Here's wraparound up top. Wren up top to Ruelas. Left wide open for the 3. He'll bury it. Ruelas starting to heat up in the last couple of games. Scott City with the lead, 10-8. 38 seconds to go first period. And our third lead change here in the first 7.5 minutes of this ball game. Right side with it is going to be Blake Smith, guarded by Ruelas up top. And now they get it over here to Dwight Newberry out high. Right side, it's Farney driving in, runner, and he travels with it. Scott City with 6 turnovers. Good defense, keeping him in front of him was Junior Mesa, making that difficult for Farney and forcing the travel with 23.2 to go. And back in is going to be Cameron Morris to replace who? Well, right now Sterling at 6. All right, there we go. Zach DeShiel. He's a 6'5 freshman. The second tallest. He's a freshman at 6'5. 20 seconds to work. Scott City with the final possession potentially of the quarter. They have a 2-point lead. They've scored the last 5 of the ball game. Ruelas goes to his right. Pulls back and now left side. Here's Junior Mesa. He's going to take it to the rack. His layup, and that's a charge. That time the lean was successful for Blake Smith, and that's the 4th team foul on Scott City. Junior Mesa with his first with 7.4 to go first quarter. That was a fundamental charge taken that time by Blake Smith. He was leaning back a little bit when Mesa was coming in, but 3 seconds. Here's Eckert, his reverse layup. Short. Got his own rebound. The follow-up ties it at 10. He has 5 rebounds and 6 points, and we're tied at 10. 8 minutes in the books here, our first tie of the night. We'll come back with the second quarter in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Are the keys to success for a great season in athletics, activities, and even in the classroom. Proudly supporting the Scott City Beavers on Mix 94.5 is Weathers Land and Livestock. Good luck, Scott City Beavers, from Weathers Land and Livestock.
10-10 is your score to Sterling basketball to begin the second quarter. It's a full house here tonight. Of course, very partisan Sterling being in their hometown, and poor Scott City crowd with a good crowd on hand. They are all surrounded, even the pep band above the Scott City students section over on Scott City's side there. But Sterling with the basketball. Boston Eckert had 6 of Sterling's 10 points, and Scott City forces turnover number 7. Here's Eloy Ruelas, step through, reverse layup. Oh, he got it to spin in. What a move by Ruelas to give Scott City the 12-10 lead. First 15 seconds of the second quarter. What a move by the senior. He has 5 in a row for the Beavers. He leads Scott City with 5 in this first half now. 7:30 to go second quarter. With it is Farney driving in. Wrap around left corner. Open for 3. Newberry. No. Rebound at Radke. Between 2 Black Bears. The Beaver gets it. It's 12-10. First minute of the second quarter. Scott City with a 2-point lead in the ball. Up top here, Xavier Radke goes left with the pass. And Triangle will take it in. Hang, shoots. Got the shot stuffed. And then that's touched by Sterling. Yep. And it's Rumford and also Newberry going for it. Triangle scoreless, but still earning this ball game. First minute of the second period. The Beavers with the 2-point lead. The difference right now. Inbound into Ruelas up top. Here's Junior Mesa with it guarded by Eckert. Goes right side to Radke, and now they're working around. Rumford just held to 2 points here in this first quarter. Now he has the ball. Pump fake backside. Mesa will launch a 3 with a rainbow shot. No. Rebound Eckert. Already has 6 rebounds unofficially in this first half. Scott City continuing to fire up some good looks there. Just can't get them to drop. They may come in time. 6:47 to go first half. They haven't had to lead more than 2 points here. And a nice easy layup that time for 2. Newberry with 4. And it's 12-12, our second tie of the game. 6:35 to go first half. The sophomore Newberry with 5 points as he blew just past Junior Mesa for the easy layup on the left side. Here's Ruelas looking to drive in. Uses up a dribble, bounce pass left side to Radke, dribbles it out, now back to Ruelas left corner, pump fakes on the 3, he'll drive in, bounce pass deflected and still loose but picked up, and now Radke to the right corner 3. Oh, that one rammed halfway to 2 Beavers were fighting for the ball and it ends up in the hands of Sterling. That was a good look for Radke in that right corner. Sterling looking to retake the lead. 6:08 to go second quarter. They haven't led since late first quarter. Spin move, here's Smith, flips it left corner to Eckert, over Rumford for 3. Yes. Oh, my. The soft rims. He has 2 threes and 9. 15-12 Sterling. 5:50 to go first half. That's the 4th lead change, and the Black Bears are on a 7-2 run since toward the end of the first quarter. Radke with it up top. One dribble. Now goes to his left to Junior Mesa. Entry feed into Rumford. Left baseline. Looking to drive. Backs his way. Double team. Now needs help. Finds Ruelas up top for the tie. Oh, wide right and out of bounds to Sterling. Right now, Sterling is doubling up Rumford, and Scott City hasn't had an answer for that. Jackson just 2 points tonight. Coming off a 23-point performance last night. Sterling with the momentum right now with 5:25 to go first half, up 15-12. They've scored 7 last 9 points of the ball game, dating back to the end of the first quarter. Jacob Lewis up top. Now they work it over to Boston Eckert. He has 9. He'll drive the left block. He's double teamed. Oh, he got away with a walk there. Feeds it right wing. Wide open is Lewis for 3. Short. Rebound Eloy Ruelas, who has a slew of rebounds in this first half. Scott City with the ball down 3. 5 minutes to go second quarter. Trying to break this quick 5-0 Sterling run. Rumford flips it behind to Tarango. He'll go to his left. Now Ruelas to the right. Ball fake. Drives in. Dishes it backside to Rumford. Catches a power dribble. Pump fakes. Goes up. He scores. He has 4. 15-14. 4:45 to go first half. Breaks a 3-minute drought for the Beavers. They're back to within 1. Now Eckert to pull up from a deep 3 short. Rebound Jackson. Rumford to collect it in front of the Scott City bench. Scott City down 1 with the ball. 15-14. 4.5 to go second quarter. Ruelas to take it across, lobs it to the foul line or the top of the key to Rumford, back to Tarango. Ball fake. He'll drive in, jump stop. His layup misses it wide, and the backside board to Eckert. Lead pass down the floor, and it's going to be, saved in a play. Good play. DeFarney, he'll throw down the middle, layup no, and that's going to be a block. The foul will be on Brooks Bailey. That is his second. That's the first foul on Scott City in the second quarter. First foul either side. They've been called for 5 fouls. Sterling just 2 fouls called on him. And back to the line is Sterling. Zane Farney, 1 at 2 at the line tonight. Sterling is 2 of 4. Scott City has yet to attempt a free throw. And in fact, in 2025, Scott City has not attempted a free throw on a Friday night. You have to go all the way back to, Holcomb? Since they've attempted a free throw or made a free throw on a Friday night, the free throw is good. And Farney now 2 of 4. It's 16-14, 4:14 to go first half. Put that into perspective. Granted, Scott City's only had 2 Friday basketball games since Christmas break. As we near the midway mark of this second quarter. Ruelas up top. Kicks it over right corner to Radke. Head fake. Drives in. Finds Tarango now up top to Ruelas. 3:58 to go second quarter. 2-point Sterling lead. Scott City with the ball. With it now is Radke here to Rumford. Rumford off a curl. Here's Ruelas. A 3 left side for the lead. Yes! He has 2 threes and 8 points. 17-16 Scott City. Brian Gentry wants time. 3:44 to go second quarter. The Beavers back on top on the 5th lead change. 17-16. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we offer a full range of products to boost your farming success. As your locally owned Axis Seed regional company, we offer products to support the health and productivity of your crop. With a wide selection from BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio, we have everything you need to protect your crop from abiotic stresses and feed it for top yields. Proudly supporting the Beavers, Red Barn Enterprises is your local partner committed to your crops and community.
Scott City back on top, 17-16, thanks to Eloy Ruelas' second 3. Scott City's hit 3 triples in this first half, as have the Sterling Black Bears, but the Beavers with a 1-point lead. Sterling with the ball out of the timeout. 3.5 to go second quarter here from Sterling College. Sterling Invitational Championship game. Tarango steps in front of the passing lane, gets the steal, bobbles it, picks it back up. Oh, he traveled with it. I thought he got 2 steps. Official says, though, that's a travel. That's the officials have done a good job, but in my opinion, that's one of those predetermined travel calls. Turnover on Scott City, that's their 5th of the night. They've turned Sterling over 7 times in this half. Back to the Black Bears, who are down 1. 3:20 to go second quarter. Left side, it goes to Boston Eckert. Eckert driving in on Rumford. Hangs, shoots over Rumford, misses it wide left, and the rebound. Scott City's actually really played some pretty good defense against this pretty stiff team here. Now it's Ruelas driving in out high to Radke. Left corner to Mesa. Another 3 is a little strong. Rebound, and tipped it in the hands of Cameron Morris for Sterling. They're pushing it across in transition. 2:55 to go. driving in, losing the handle of it. They're going to say poked out by Radke. It'll still stay with the Black Bears with 2:52 to go, second quarter. 17-16, Scott City up by 1. Sterling basketball. Ball deflected off the inbounds, but picked up by Blake Smith. He'll throw it left side to Eckert. He was going to travel with it. Sterling turnover number 8. Zane Farney returns to the Sterling lineup. He'll replace Boston Eckert, who leads them with 9 points. He has 2 threes. A layup and a free throw. 2:48 to go, second quarter. Beavers have led by no more than 2 points in this first half. They have a lead of 1, and then Trango stripped, but last touch they'll say by Sterling. Stops the clock, 2:40 here in the second. Number 1 seed Scott City, number 2 seed Sterling here. The Beavers are trying to etch their name in the newest member of the championship row. Now Rumford dishes it right corner to Tarango. He'll drive the right baseline. And now he goes up, shot is blocked, and here is Wyatt Newberry back the other way. Kind of no man's land there for Tarango. Ethan Fro's going to check in here with 2:20 to go. Next dead ball. Newberry, and Tarango steps in front of the passing lane with the steal. He'll take it up, right-handed layup. He's got his first points, and Scott City with the largest lead at 19-16, 2 minutes to go first half. On the 9th Sterling Black Bear turnover. With it here up top at Zane Farney, guarded by Ruelas. Minute 58 to go, second quarter. Drives around Ruelas, splits a defender's shot. Blocked that time, rebound Rumford. That was blocked that time by the Ruelas. In transition, Mesa gets the lead pass, jump stop, finds a cutting Rumford, drives to his left, pump fakes, bank shot, no, might have been blocked by Eckert, or correction by Morris, no foul call. Here's Sterling back the other way with Blake Smith. He'll lay it up, tough shot, no. Black Bears and Beavers fighting for it underneath. That's going to be last touch by Sterling, and it's going to be Scott City basketball with 94 first half seconds remaining. Ethan Fro in. He will replace Alex Tarango. Boston Eckert in, and he will replace Jacob Lewis. Fro in for the first time. Coach Brian Gentry using 3 subs in this first half. Sterling stayed with their 7-man rotation. 19-16. 3-point Scott City leading the ball. They've had the last 5 of the ball game. Sterling on a 3-minute scoring drought. Fro now to Radke. Lob is thrown away, and Scott City commits turnover number 6. Had the right idea, but just didn't get it up high enough. Minute 15 to go, second period. Right side to Boston Eckert. He'll go around, and that's going to be a charge taken by Rumford. Eckert with his second foul. So 2 of the superstars here. We're going to have, one of them is going to have foul number 2, and it's going to be Eckert, and that'll be Sterling team foul number 1 of the quarter with 1:10 to go here first half. Sterling on a 3-minute scoring drought. It's 19-16. Derek Schneider didn't like the call. Scott City loves the call. Rumford up top, turns down the 3. And now back up top, it's Ruelas. 58 seconds, gets a screen. Straight away, triple, will it get in there? Yes! Splash! His hat trick of 3s gives Scott City a 22-16 lead. 50 seconds to go, first half. The SC3, the 4th of the half. And Scott City with the last 8 of the ball game. 6 of those by Ruelas. And a whistle and a foul up top. That's on Ethan Fro, his first, and just the second team foul by the Beavers in the quarter. They have their largest lead of the night, 22-16, 39.5 seconds as Tarango in for Junior Mesa. 39.5 seconds to go, second frame. Jackson Rumford is going to guard the inbounds on Boston Eckert. The officials are talking to him. One of the officials, I should say. Rumford's been a 2-time all-tournament selection. Eckert probably will become a 2-time all-tournament selection. Rumford's going to be probably a 3-time member. Now driving in, here's Farney, layup no, rebound Rumford, good defense. Here comes Scott City, slow it down, 30 seconds to go first half with a 6-point lead, 22-16 Rumford, pump fakes on the 3. Here's Fro with it, gets a screen. He'll drive almost to the foul line now, Radke with 20 seconds. Up top to Fro, 1 step almost, traveled with it, and now to Tarango. 14 to work first half, bounce pass to Jackson Rumford, back up top to Ruelas in the half-court circle with 10. 9, 8, 7, here's Ruelas. Goes right side. He's going to take it to the rack. Now dish it left corner, and that's going to be a charge on Eloy Ruelas. That's his first. Team foul number 3. As now he's in some pain underneath the basket. Boy, hopefully he's okay. Looks like he is. Hopefully he's going to limp. He landed wrong on his left ankle. Oh, no. Third team foul on Scott City. Ruelas limps to the bench with 3:8 to go first half. Hopefully he's okay at halftime and can come back in the second half. Sterling with one crack, 2 seconds, 1 second. They'll hang, shoot, and that'll be, banked in and out on the runner from about 25 feet for Farney. Scott City holds Sterling scoreless for the final 4:14 of the second quarter. They close out the half on an 8-0 run, and they lead 22-16 at the break over the Sterling Black Bears here in this Sterling Invitational Championship game. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break, and you can come back with first half stats and more. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we're bringing you BW Fusion products to help your crops stress less and yield more. Discover the benefits of Amino, Relax RX, Full Sun, and BioBoost, each designed to enhance plant health and maximize yield. Proudly supporting Scott County Athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is your partner for a more resilient and productive future. Choose BW Fusion from Red Barn Enterprises today.
Proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
BBN is brought to you by American Implement, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, Fairleigh Feed Yard, Faroe Heating and Cooling, First National Bank, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, HRC Feed Yards.
Investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Beavers with a lead over the Sterling Black Bears here in the first half. Scott City with the lead in a game that's seen five lead changes, and 2 ties, and that's in their largest lead either side at 6 here in the first half. Scott City went on an 8-0 run here to go up 22-16, as now a little bit of a concern as on that offensive foul coming down, Eloy Ruelas is favoring his left foot, and you hope he's okay and he can come in the second half, because he's led Scott City in scoring. First half scoring looks like this. Boston Eckert with 9. He had 6 of those in the first quarter for Sterling. 5 for Wyatt Newberry and 2 for Zane Farney. So only 3 Black Bears have scored in this first half. For Scott City, Eloy Ruelas with 11. Coming off a double-figure performance last night, where he had He had 10 last night, so he eclipsed that. He's just 2 off a season high. But 4 for Jackson Rumford. They've really held him. He's only had 5 shot attempts in this first half. 4 for Rumford, 3 for Junior Mesa on a first quarter 3, and 2 in the half for Avery Radke and Alex Turner.
Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team in Northern Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best in customer service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very competitive rate. Call them today at 620-872-3058. Northern Supply, plain talk, exceptional results.
Fairley Feed Yard in Scott City takes pride in being part of Kansas's cattle feeding industry and is constantly aware of the specific needs of today's cattlemen. You can expect the best at Fairley Feed Yard, located 7 miles south and 6 miles west of Scott City. They believe in the importance of feed and ration preparation, health programs, death loss management, and overall handling of your feeder cattle. Fairley Feed Yard supports the area activities and youth of Western Kansas. Make Fairley Feed Yard your custom cattle feeder. That's Fairley Feed Yard of Scott City.
Back here as Scott City boys with a 6-point lead at the break. 22-16 is your halftime score. Looking at some first half stats once again here, and for Sterling, they ended up shooting 25%. Scott City with some good defense, 5 of 20. Sterling was just 3 of 8 on threes, and they were 3 of 6 from the free throw line. They had 14 rebounds, both teams with 2 offensive and 12 defensive boards. Eckert had 9 points and 8 rebounds in that first half. Scott City had 6 rebounds for Jackson Rumford at 4 points there. 4 fouls for Sterling. They had 4 assists, 12 turnovers. Scott City's defense has been solid in the first half, 4 steals and 3 blocked shots. For Scott City, they were 33%, 9 of 27, 4 of 16 beyond the arc in the first half. Did not attempt a free throw, 14 rebounds, 12 defensive, 2 offensive. They had 6 fouls, 5 assists, 8 turnovers, 6 steals, and 2 blocked shots. So some good news. Eloy Ruelas is warming up here to begin this third quarter. Girls were wrestling in Lexington today. A very good Higgins Invitational Tournament. Let's see the placers here. Haley McDaniel placed 5th at 110. Amaya Parker was 4th at 130 pounds. Brody Spear was 5th at 140. Ashlyn Rose was 5th at 155 pounds. As I mentioned, a very tough team. They were one of the smaller teams there. Out of 18 teams, Scott City finished 10th with 65 points. They also had a duel against Lexington, the boys tonight. We'll try to get those results here in a little bit here, but Scott City boys, once again, the girls will be in action on Tuesday night at Goodland against the Cowboys and Cowgirls. They're currently competing in the second day of the the Orange and Black in Colby. All right, the wrestling duel from tonight. Scott City ended up winning the duel 52-23. Alex Rodriguez at 138 with a win. Tyler Roberts with the win. Matthew Wheeler with the win. Waylon Ricker with the win. Easton Eisenhower with the win. Hunter Fry with the win. Max Depperschmidt got a win as well, as did Yuli Armendariz and Casey Rohrbaugh. And also did Trenton Frank. Those are the winners tonight in that duel. It'll be Scott City basketball to begin the third quarter. Up by 6. They're trying to add to their 8-0 run. Eloy Ruelas, Alex Tranger, Jackson Rumford, Avery Radke, and Junior Mesa. Third quarter officially underway. Sterling stays man-to-man. With it is Junior Mesa, guarded by Eckert up top. They get a screen for Rumford. Fires a deep 3. It's good. Rumford with another 3. Yes, 7. An official timeout here with 7:47 to go third quarter, making it 25. Okay, so they just gave Avery Radke, they warned him for hitting the ball out of bounds off the 3 make. So Scott City, 13 seconds into the third quarter, 25-17 or 16. Scott City with an 11-0 run now, and they hit their 5th triple of the night. Sterling's first possession of this second half. Blake Smith with it, looking for a cutter, finds it up top to Farney. He'll drive left lane line. Oh, he almost walked with it. Now a touch pass. They work it, ball fake here to Newberry. Up top, Eckert with an answer back 3. No. Rebound, though, Sterling underneath. Pump fake going up and scoring it is going to be Cameron Morris. 25-18, 7:22 to go third quarter. That breaks a 5-minute scoring drought for Sterling and ends an 11-0 Scott City run. Rumford with it. Bounce pass. Here's Junior Mesa. Goes left corner. Here's a three on the way. Launched short. Rebound Rumford. That was put up by Radke. And Rumford loses a bit. Picks it back up. Finds Radke. Rumford with another board and a whistle. They're going to get a 3-second lane violation. Coach Gentry didn't like the call. I'm kind of with him on that one. That's an interesting call. 9th Scott City turnover. Sterling, as I mentioned, committed 12 in the first half. Scott City's lead of 7. First minute of the second half, 25-18. Left with the pass to Ecker, guarded by Rumford out high. Now screen up top to Farney, guarded by Tarango. He'll go around Tarango. His scoop shot good, and 4 in a row makes it 25-20. 6:45 to go. Farney with his first field goal, he has 4. And Scott City's lead is cut down to 5 after they went up by 9 about a minute ago. Rumford up top, goes left to Junior Mesa. He'll launch a 3. They're going to say, hit the backboard support up top, and it'll go out of bounds to Sterling. So a quick possession, and now Black Bear basketball with 6:32 to go third quarter, and they've scored the last 4 points after Scott City had a 9-point lead. And now the Beavers need a defensive stop, up 25-20. With it is Farney up top, goes right with the pass to Blake Smith. Smith looking for a cutter. Guarded by Tarango. Scott City staying man-to-man. Here's Farney and a foul up top on Junior Mason. That'll be his second, and team foul number 1 of the quarter on the Beavers. 6:25 to go third period. Beaver lead at 5, but last 4 belong to the Black Bears. They'll lob it into the backcourt for Farney. He'll track it down at the foul line on the other side and take it in the front court right to left. Goes right with the pass. Here's Blake Smith driving right side, and he's going to be fouled by Avery Radke his first. And already Scott City with 2 fouls in the quarter with 6:08 to go third quarter. Sterling to inbound it underneath their own basket, down 5. It's Newberry. He'll lob it in right wing to Blake Smith. Ball fake, looking to drive in up top to Eckert. Goes left with the pass. Here is Zane Farney, guarded by Ruelas, number 1 on number 1. He'll drive it in, hangs, shoots, leaves it short, rebound, falling back, missing the shot, tipped around, and Rumford has it. That was put up by Morris on the Farney miss, and Scott City with another board. Leading by 5 of the Beavers, 5:45 to work third period, 25-20. The work around left side to Ruelas. Bounce pass to the left block to Rumford, wrap around backside, step back right corner. 3 is good! And Radke drains a 3. Yes, 5, 28-20, 5.5 to go third quarter. Scott City with 2 make that 12, their last 12 points are from downtown. And they have an 8-point lead with 5:20 to go third period. Eckert toward the right baseline, backing his way in, goes around, spin move, and he's fouled. That'll be the third team foul on Scott City already in the quarter with 5:20 to go third quarter. And that'll be the second foul on Radke, sending Boston Eckert to the line for 2. Tonight, Sterling 3 of 6 from the line and make it 3 of 7. Scott City, they've made 3 less free throws. They've attempted 7 less free throws. If you get that, 0 for 0. Second free throw, Farney gets that one to bounce in. He has double figures with 10, 28-21, 5:20 to go third quarter. Black Bears made a couple of subs in. They bring in, actually just one, Blake Smith exits. Around the screen, here's Tarango. Give it to Rumford toward the left elbow. Holds it. Now flips it to Mesa, rolling to his left. Left corner to Radke. Pulls it out now to Rumford toward the left baseline. 5 minutes to go. Trying to back his way in. Pivots and almost walked Tarango. Low pass. Still loose. And it's still a tie-up. It's going to be stolen away. No. Scott City keeps possession. Somehow, some way, they kept the possession. Good job by Tarango, kind of tipping it somewhat out there. And now with it is Rumford out high. Here's a screen for Ruelas. Launches a 3. It's off the heel. Rebound Eckert over the top, but loses it and into the hands of Radke. Scott City resets with 4.5 to go third quarter. Garden City JUCO coaches sitting on the front row watching this game. Scott City up by 7 of the ball. It's a football type score, 28-21. Now to Rumford with 4:20 to go in this fast moving third quarter. Mesa with it. Sees an alley, drives in and draws a foul on the floor. That's just the 4th foul of the night on, make that the 5th foul of the night on Sterling. And the foul charge to Jacob Lewis, his first, as they bring back in Farney and also Zach DeShiel here with 4:14 in the third period. Scott City 28, Sterling 21. Inbounding it in will be Ruelas, lobs it into Radke. Now up top, here's Tarango. Now hits it left side to Ruelas as we near the midway mark of this third period. 7-point Scott City lead. What a defensive battle here tonight. Rumford with it, guarded here by DeShiel. Now Morris. Now here's a Ruelas three. Yes, he's got it. He has 14. It's a 10-point game. 31-21. 3:53 to go third quarter. Last 4 field goals have been all threes for Scott City as they have their largest lead of the night. Here's a cut to left block for Farney. Trying to go around Rumford. His layup is crawling in. He has a dozen. 31-23. 3:40 to go third quarter. Scott City lead trimmed to 8. Ruelas a little shimmy there, but then throws it over left to Rumford. Up top, here's Tarango now to Junior Mesa. Kicks it left corner. This is Radke back up top to Ruelas. Pump faked on a three. Now pulls it out. Looking to drive here on Lewis. Dishes it. Bullet pass right corner, but Mesa travels. Or did he step out of bounds? He did, and Scott City commits turnover number 9. Getting a little too excited there was the sophomore Mesa, but a good effort. Brooks Bailey returns to the lineup. He'll replace Junior Mesa with 3:20 to go third quarter. Scott City 31, Sterling 23. Scott City's led by 10. It's an 8-point game right now. Now driving going coast to coast. Layup spins in. Blake Smith his first points. It's now 31-25. 3:11 to go third quarter. Scott City has not had a 2-point basket in 7 minutes. Their last 12 points have come from behind the 3-point arc, and no free throws, of course, tonight. Rumford at the right block. Holds it now, looking to drive in on Morris. Drives in and goes up, and he's fouled. And guess what? Scott City will shoot free throws on a Friday night in 2025. It's been 7 quarters on a Friday night since the Beavers have attempted a free throw, and that foul will be on Zach DeShiel his first. Team foul number 2 of the quarter. Rumford to the line where he has 7 points tonight, and it's good. He has 8, 32-25. 2:56 to go third quarter. I say that because Scott City did not attempt a free throw at Colby last Friday night, and they did not play 2 Fridays ago, and now he has 9. He has 5 in this period and pushes the Beaver lead up to 8. 33-25, 2:50 to go third period. Scott City has committed 3 fouls in the quarter. Sterling has committed 2. Smith goes right with the pass to DeShiel, the 6'5 freshman. Now Eckert looking to drive in on Rumford. Left side at the wing to Jacob Lewis. Looking for a cutter, and we got a whistle. Got a foul underneath on Avery Radke, and I don't know what he did to the official, but that's his 3rd foul in this all in this quarter with 2:38 to go. It's almost like he's paying the price for tipping the ball out of bounds after the made basket. Team foul number 4, final foul to give for Scott City. Here is Morris, and that's going to be a travel before the foul on Sterling. Derek Schneider and the Black Bear faithful do not like the call as the Beavers up by 8 with the ball back. Zane Farney, Wyatt Newberry in. Officials say, get in here. Let's go. Who's coming in for? Jacob Lewis and Cameron Morris exit. Ruelas with a season-high 14 points to bring it across left to right. With 2.5 to go third quarter, he has 4 threes. 33-25, Mesa with it. 2:25 to go third quarter. Rumford pump fakes on the 3, now steps back. Needs help as he uses up a dribble. Finds a safety valve to Eloy Ruelas. Ruelas around his screen, now steps back. Looking to drive in. And now to Brooks Bailey. Bailey holds it and gets it into Rumford, the right block. Power dribble, pivots. Finds a cutting Tarango. Splits the defenders. Lays it up and scores it. Tarango with 4. And it's 35-25 with 2 minutes to go third quarter. Here comes Sterling back the other way. The Beavers with a 10-point lead, matching their largest. And here's Ecker with a deep 3. Short, long rebound. Rumford tips it into the hands of Brooks Bailey. Scott City up by 10 with the ball. 1:50 to go, third stanza. 35-25 here in the Sterling Tournament Championship game. And a whistle. It's going to be a carry, I guess. No foul called, carry. Turnover to Sterling. I guess on Ruelas. 1:40 to go, third period. That was an interesting call. And almost stolen away by Tarango. Here's Farney driving in, kicks it out, wide open 3. Smith got it. He has 5 all in this quarter, 35-28. 1:30 to go, third quarter. Sterling hits her 4th triple of the ball game, and be careful. Hopefully they don't get too hot. Here's Bailey up top to Tarango. now into Rumford. Gets bumped, no foul. Call. 1:20 to go, third period. Now back to Ruelas. 35-28 your score. Rumford at top. Bounce pass left to Tarango. Pump fakes, looking to drive in. He'll take it to the rack, jump stop, and he travels with it. Back-to-back Scott City turnovers to the Sterling Bears with 1:10 to go, third period. 7-point Beaver lead, 35-28. It's been a good game here tonight. Scott City's led it most of this. They've led it, in fact, this entire second half. Took a 6-point lead in the locker room. Sterling with the ball, final minute. You don't want them to get momentum. Eurostep missing the shot, but the follow no by Eckert. Loses it, and Scott City gets it. Break for the Beavers there. 58 seconds to go, third period. Beavers up by 7 with the ball. 35-28. Ruelas into the front court here. Finds Jackson Rumford out high. Then back to Ruelas. Back pass here, driving in. Backside, here's Bailey driving in. Gets fouled going up, and he's got 2 free throws. He lost it going up, but he draws the foul, and that'll work. And Bailey will head to the line for 2 charity shots. Boston Eckert, that is his big foul. That is his third with 44.2 to go, third quarter. Sterling's just their second foul of the quarter. And Bailey to the line. Free throw bounces off. He'll get another one. Is back in as Cameron Morris for Boston Eckert. Eckert exits with 12. Scott City lead at 7. Bailey makes it 8. Beavers are 3 of 4 at the line in the quarter and lead at 36-28. 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Sterling will throw it left corner. With it is Wyatt Newberry, guarded by Mesa. Now up top, it'll go to Zane Farney. Big possession here late third quarter. 30 seconds to go. Smith drives in, loses his footing, but bailed out by a foul call, and that's going to send Sterling to the line. They're going to get Jackson Rumford with his second, I believe, with 29.6 to go, third quarter. It's going to send the Bears to the line for Blake Smith, his first trip to the line. He has 5 points all in this quarter. 36-28, Scott City with an 8-point lead late third. Sterling tournament championship game. The Beavers are looking for their first midseason tournament win since 2016 in the orange and black. And Smith with a nice release and hits it, 36-29. Scott City's led by as many as 10 in this game. And their lead is now at 6, 36-30. 7 all in the quarter for Smith. And the Bears, the last couple points there, they are now 3 of 4 in this third quarter at the line. 6 of 10 for the game. Right side to Tarango, 20 seconds to work third quarter. Now to Jackson Rumford, drive in, spin move. Needs help, finds Brooks Bailey, but behind him, and then gets it. They're going to call holding foul on Sterling. That's their final foul to give of the quarter. They're going to get the foul. Cameron Morris his first. Correction. It's going to be on Zach DeShiel, his second. But nonetheless, it's still the final foul to give of the quarter for Sterling into Rumford. Underneath, goes up, gets it stripped, gets it back, and then knocked out by Sterling with 9.2 to go third quarter. Well, the official has really been chatty with not only the Scott City student section, the same official, but to the bench there last couple seconds. Now Mesa with it up top to Tarango with 6, with 5. Relis with 4 needs to go here. 3, 2 second, 1 second. Scott City's not going to get a shot off, and that's the end of your third quarter. And Sterling with the last 2 points. They will get the ball to begin the fourth quarter. Hang on. It's 36-30 Beavers after 3. Back in a minute. This is Scott City basketball.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Chaplin Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city.
2 points in the third quarter, and the ball gets stuck. As Shield goes up, it got stuck between the backboard and the rim, and they go to the alternate arrow possession to Scott City. Avery Radke in for Brooks Bailey. Scott City led tonight by Eloy Ruelas with a season-high 14 points. He had 13 a week ago at Colby for his previous season high, and he's 4 off of a career best. 12 for Boston Eckert to lead the Sterling Black Bears, but he's right now on the bench with 3 fouls. Avery Radke with 3 fouls in there now to Jackson Rumford. Bounce pass. Mesa tees up a 3. On target, but too strong. The rebound skying high was Wyatt Newberry. Scott City's launched a lot of threes here. They haven't had a 2-point basket in a long time. Ball loose, but picked up by Sterling at half court. And now here come the Black Bears. They go right side to Smith. He'll drive the right baseline, hangs, shot up, and got it. It's a 4-point game. 36-32, 7:16 to go. He has been the hot hand in this second half with 9. All in this half, and it's a 4-point game. First minute of the fourth quarter. Rumford with it. Bounce pass. Here's Junior Mesa up top to Radke. Now to Tarango. They did not have a 3-point shot. Now a turnover. Sorry about that. And now driving in, here's a layup, and it's a no good, but rebound Jackson Rumford. That was missed by Farney off the steal. 6:50 to go third quarter. Scott City's only had 1 2-point basket in the second half. They lead it by 4. They've led by as many as 10. Up top now to Alex Tarango. The Beavers are also on a little bit of a field goal drought in the last 3 minutes. Mesa trying to end it. Too strong on the 3. Radke couldn't get it, but it's loose still at high, and it's going to be a timeout before the tie-up. Yes. Scott City has gone a little cold from the floor here with 6:27 to go. Sterling keeps the ball, and they trail by 4. And you wondered when the run would come from the Black Bears, and it could be coming right now. They have 6 of the last, make that 7 of the last 8 points. Basketball presented here by Platinum H Insurance, Plain Jan's Perfect Auto Detailing, New Life Market, Norder Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Midwest Mixer, Metzger Appraisals and Metzger Family Farms, Low Tree Farms and Livestock, Lebanon Gallon and Tree, Jackson Legal Group, JF Beaver Advertising, and J&R Trucking. Also want to thank J&R Car and Truck, HRC Feed Yards, Handy Amy Farms, High Choice Feeders, Great Western Tire and Deckmart, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Fro Heating and Cooling, and Farm Bureau Financial Services. Neil Baker. It's number 10 in 3A Scott City, number 4 in 2A Sterling. This is the second state-ranked matchup in the state today between the Heart of America League and the GWAC. Holcomb and Moundridge played earlier today, and Moundridge won by 1 in overtime. Their 2-time state 2A champions are the Wildcats of Moundridge. That was in the Hillsborough Trojan Classic. Entry feed to the right block to Dashiell, and it's a 2-point game. Had great position on the block. It's 36-34, 6:09 to go, and Scott City needs to answer here. With it is Tarango now to Junior Mesa. He'll drive to the foul line. He'll take it all the way, but pulls it back out. 5:55 to go now up top to Eloy Ruelas. Scott City's 10-point lead is down to 2. It's a 9-1 run for the Black Bears. Underneath, getting behind the defense, putting it up as Radke assists Jackson Rumford. And Radke with 7 in a big basket, 38-34 with 5:40 to go. And it breaks nearly a 5-minute field goal drought for Scott City. Their first points in 3 minutes. Eckert with it. He loses it, but then goes up and scores it. It's 38-36. He has 14. Tough shot there. 5:25 to go. It's back down to a 2-point margin. Scott City's led it all the way in the second half, but trying to hang on here and survive. Ruelas drives it, kicks it right corner to Mesa, up top to Tarango. Now back to Radke left wing with 5:10 to go. Gets harassed, now it finds Rumford, who almost lost it. Back up top to Tarango left wing, pump fakes. He'll put on the floor once, trying to get it to Rumford toward the left baseline. Kicks it right corner, and it's almost stolen away, and it is, and a turnover. Had the right idea. And Scott City now sees Sterling with the ball down 2, under 5 to go. And here's their run here. They're on a 6-2 run in this fourth quarter. They've scored 8 of the last 10 points of the ball game, and they're going to throw it away. That was good defense up top by Ruelas, gaining the attention of Eckert, and he lost focus on the ball and lost it out of bounds and a turnover. Mesa out, Bailey in for Scott City with 4:47 to go, a 2-point lead at 38-36. With it is Ruelas around the screen, drives in, now somehow gets to Bailey in the left corner, saves it to Radke up top. He'll drive in, bounce past to Ruelas. He'll launch a three. Oh, that was halfway in, and it crawled out. That would have tied his career high, or one off his career. Here's Sterling back the other way, and we're tied. Newberry ties it at 38-all with 4:19 to go. Sterling with the momentum, our third tie of the night underneath. Rumford's shot is blocked. No foul call on the rebound. 38-38, halfway through the fourth quarter. Layup is good. DeShiel has 4 in this quarter, 40-38 Sterling, 4:05 to go, and Sterling is on a 12-2 run over the last 4.5 minutes. Scott City playing from behind for the first time this second half. They get it into Rumford, and he's pushed. That's a foul on Cameron Morris, his first. First team foul of the fourth quarter with 3:53 to go. Scott City needs to settle down. They're down by 2, 3:53 to go, but boy, Sterling is ice red hot in this fourth quarter. After being pretty cold for the first 3 quarters, they'll lob it up to Tarango. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 in this fourth quarter. Just getting to the basket here. Now to Rumford. Scott City needs a basket. It's a 10-2 Sterling run in the fourth quarter, 12-2 run in the ball game. Pivot Rumford, right corner Ruelas for the lead. It is too strong. Rebound Eckert over Bailey, no foul call. And here come the Black Bears with a 2-point lead with 3.5 to go. Boy, Scott City cannot buy a basket here. Just one field goal in the last 7 minutes. Sterling with 12 of the last 14 points of the ball game to take a 2-point lead with 3:20 to go. The freshman DeShiel has 4 all in this fourth quarter, now driving in, wrap around. Here's Farney, shot up, blocked. Oh, they're going to get the foul. And 2 free throws coming with 3:14 to go. Oh, Rumford looked like he had the block, but he did not. It's his third, team foul number 1 in the fourth quarter with 3:14 to go. So Rumford with 3 fouls. Eckert to the line. Eckert has 14 points, just 2 in this fourth. First trip to line for the Bears, and that one rims out. Still a 2-point game, but Scott City needs to get some points here, 40-38. Sterling has turned it up on the defensive end in this fourth quarter. Scott City has only hit 1 shot. That was on a basket by Radke to go up 38-34 at the time. Eckert hits 1 out of 2. He has 15, and it's 41-38 with 3:14 to go. You knew Sterling was going to make their run, and they have roared back here in this fourth quarter. Rumford with it with outside of 3 minutes to go. Oh, there was an alley on the right side. Didn't see it. Now needs help, and he almost throws it away. And that time, and a good leap over the bench by Newberry. That was, Coach Gentry, you could tell him that was an incredible leap there with exactly 3 minutes to go. Scott City needs to match this intensity here, and they need to take it to the rack and get to the line here or something, make some kind of offense. Sterling has been denying him here in the fourth quarter. Inbound into Radke. Holds it. 2:58 to go. Beavers down 3, 41-38. Up top to Rumford. He'll try a 3 for the tie. Get in there, and he does. Get it in there. 41's on the board. Rumford with 12. And we're tied at 41 with 2:46 to go, and a much-needed basket for the Beaver Blue. Sterling with the basketball, 2:38 to go. Boston Eckert with 15 to lead the Black Bears. And the half-court circle to Zane Farney. Guarded by Trango. He travels with it up top, and that's going to be a turnover, number 15 on Sterling. That was an easy travel call by the official. Coach Brian Gentry, a great timeout. He'll take it. It's a full with 2:32 to go. Don't go anywhere. 41 for Scott City, 41 for Sterling. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Someone you can trust.
Scott City ball out of the timeout. 2:32 to go, fourth quarter. 41's on the scoreboard. Scott City has been able to weather a storm. Jackson Rumford for his 12th point. Hit the 3 moments ago to give Scott City the tie here. Now they have a chance to retake the lead after a turnover. Tarango with it up top. Finds Ruelas with 2:21 to go here in regulation. 41-41. Sterling team at average of 63 points a game. Scott City at 58. Ruelas head fake. Needs help. Finds it to Rumford. The right block goes up through contact. He's fouled. He'll have 2 free throws. That'll be team foul number 2 on Sterling here in the fourth quarter with 2:11 to go. They're going to get Wyatt Newberry, number 2, with number 2 on the fouls, and number 2 on the team foul for Sterling in the fourth quarter. 2 free throws for Rumford, who has a dozen points tonight, and make it 13 to give Scott City a 42-41 lead. 2:11 to go. Brooks Bailey exits, and returning is Junior Mesa. So Scott City with the 7th lead change of the night. 42-41, 42-41 remain the score. Rebound to Boston Eckert, who's around a double-double. Scott City with a 1-point lead. Final 2 minutes of this championship game. It's been a thriller here in Sterling tonight. Eckert with it. 2 state-ranked teams in their classifications. Right side off a screen. Here's Blake Smith, guarded by Avery Radke. Up top now goes to Newberry. Left wing. Here's Eckert around Rumford. He'll lay it up and score it. He has 17, 43-42 Sterling, 1:44 to go. Beavers' turn to come down and score. Ruelas up top to Rumford. Rumford with it, uses up a dribble, 95 seconds ago, bounce pass to Eloy Ruelas, does a good job of kind of going to the ball. They'll lob it into Rumford, who is harassed. Now pass to Radke, goes up. No foul call from behind! You've got to be kidding me! And the rebound tipped and stolen away. Here's Scott City up top, Ruelas with 1:21 to go. Scott City down by 1 on the ball. Eckert just hammered him up top. Tarango a 3 for the lead. Yes! Yes! 45-43, 1:11 to go. And Tarango hits a clutch 3 with 1:08 to go. Timeout Sterling. 45-43. Black Bears want time with 1:05 to go. And it's a full. Let's take a 30-second break. This is Beaver basketball.
Sell.
What's better than one thrilling game in championship night? 2 thrilling games. Scott City 45, Sterling 43 in the boys championship game. 1:05 to go, fourth quarter. It'll be Sterling basketball out of their timeout. Both teams have 3 timeouts left. Scott City has 2 fulls and a 30. Sterling has a 30 and 2 fulls. Possession arrow favors the Black Bears. The fouls, interesting. Scott City only 1 foul in the fourth quarter. Sterling has 2. We'll see if that comes up big here. It'll be Sterling basketball out of their full timeout. They'll have it in the front court with 1:05 to go, fourth quarter. But a clutch 3 by Alex Tarango with 7 points. Give the Beavers a 2-point lead. Can they get a defensive stop here? They'll lob it clear into the backcourt to Zane Farney. Final minute of regulation. Farney goes left with the pass. Here's Cameron Morris up top. Back to Farney. They go right side to Newberry underneath the Eckert. Guarded by Rumford. Backing his way in. Reverses the layup. Misses it. Rebound Rumford. 48 seconds ago, and Sterling may need to start thinking about fouling. Great defense that time. Mesa needs help. Coach Brian Gentry gets a 30. We'll keep it right here. Oh, Mesa was in no man's land, and a good timeout. 42.4 to go. Basketball presented here by First National Bank Fairleigh Companies. Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, Decal Baird, Clint's Diesel Repair, Circle C Farm, Shells Flyers, and more Burning Farms, Beef Belt, Beavertown, FFL, Bartlett Grain, B&H Paving, American Implement, and Ag Management Services. All right, here we go. 45-43 Scott City. And as I don't want to complain about the officiating too much. It's been a tough game to call, and the officials have really done a pretty good job tonight. It's been a good game here with 42.4 to go here in the fourth quarter. 45-43. Scott City's led most of the second half. They've led by as many as 10. Sterling and then had a 41-38 lead. Then the Beavers battled back to take a 42-41 lead, and then 43-42 Sterling. And then Alex Trango's three with 1:11 to go put the Beavers up 45-43. It's their ball with 42.4. Out of the timeout, Scott City with 2 timeouts left. Mesa to inbound it to Eloy Ruel, 40 seconds to go. He's being harassed. Bounce pass. Oh, they're throwing away! Oh, gosh, Sterling ball with 34.5 seconds to go. And Sterling wants time as they're going to get Boston Eckert back in with his 3 timeouts. They'll take a full. Let's take a 30. 34.5 seconds to go. Fourth quarter. We'll come back in 30 seconds. Beavers up 2. Sterling ball. This is Scott City basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
(45-43) Scott City with a critical turnover here in crunch time. 34.5 seconds to go. Sterling calls time. Both teams with 2 timeouts left, a full and a 30. If there is a jump ball, the alternate arrow possession favors Sterling. But the team fouls, that's a little interesting there. Both teams with just 2 team fouls in the fourth quarter. Sterling did probably the best thing and force a turnover. The second best thing they could have done on that last offensive trip for Scott City was commit a foul. Sterling basketball with Blake Smith out of the timeout here in the college, and then he loses it. It's Ruelas with the steal, and then he gets fouled by Zane Farney. Oh, what a big turnover with 31.1 to go. Farney's first, 3rd team foul of the fourth quarter. In is going to be Cameron Morris for who? They're going to bring out the freshman, Zach DeShiel, who's had a big fourth quarter with 4 points. Ruelas to trigger it in. Trying to find somebody to avoid a 5 count. And inbound into Avery Radke. And there's a foul. Blake Smith just his first. The final foul to give. A couple more seconds. Tick off the clock at 29 seconds to go. I look over across the way. The Scott City faithful, literally and figuratively, on the edge of their seats here. Ruelas to trigger it in. Get it in to avoid the 5 count. They just get it into Rumford, and he gets held. And that'll send him to the line. Farney's second, team foul number 5. 2 free throws for Rumford. He was 1 out of 2 last trip. He is 3 of 4 there tonight. Scott City is 4 of 6 from the line. And so Rumford with 2 free throws. He has 13 tonight. 2-time all-tournament team selection here in Sterling. Free throw, yes. 46-43. Zach DeShiel in. He'll come in for Cameron Morris. 27.7 to go, fourth quarter. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Rumford to make this a 2-score game. He's got it. 47-43. He has 15. 4-point lead, 2-score lead, 20 seconds to go. Scott City only has 2 fouls. They almost get the steal, and it is a steal and a timeout. Do they grant the timeout? Yes! Mesa comes up with a huge defensive play and a 30-second timeout for Scott City with 17.6. The only way Mesa had the ball, he had it pinned between the calves of his legs. Oh, my. So Scott City with a 4-point lead. Timeout for the Beavers are down to 1 with 17.6 to go. Scott City has come up with defensive stop on back-to-back possessions. They forced Eckert into a tough shot, did Rumford, and then Mesa goes for a big steal up top. And Scott City with a 4-point lead with 17.6 to go. But, folks, this game is far, far from over. They've weathered one Sterling Black Bear storm. It's a 2-score lead with 17.6. Sterling with 2 timeouts left, Scott City with 1. They will inbound it into Tarango. He'll dribble it out 14 seconds, and then he's fouled by Newberry, his third with 13.6, and a great play that time by Tarango. He ran off about 4 seconds there. The third foul on Newberry. 2 free throws for Alex Tarango. He has 7 points. He put the Beavers ahead with a 3-pointer a minute ago, and he sinks the free throw. 48-43, 13.6 to go. Zach DeShiel in. He will replace Cameron Morris. Tarango doubled his point total here in the fourth quarter with 8. Second free throw. Got it! 49-43. It's a 6-point lead. 12 seconds to go. Farney down the floor, turning down the three now, launching a three, and in and out. Rebound. Eckert goes up, scores it with 3.8 to go. 49-45. Eckert on the putback. He now has 2 more. He has a game-high 19, and Sterling will burn their second to last timeout. It's going to be a full. We'll go ahead and keep it right here with 3.8 to go. Oh, nope, they changed it to a 30. So it's still going to be a timeout for Sterling. They're down to 1 left. 53rd annual tournament on the boys' side. 1, 2, 3. 6, 10, 11. I'm counting 12, 16. Well, this will be the 17th different team in the tournament's 53 years to win this tournament. If Scott City can hang on for the final 3.8 up 4. But right now things look pretty good. Eloy Rulos can run the baseline, and he will. Sterling applies full court pressure. Baseball pass down the floor. It's intercepted. 2 seconds, 1 second, a half court heave is going to be short. And Scott City survives. The Beavers own Sterling, Kansas this week. 2 tournament titles. Mid-season classic form belong to Scott City. 49-45. The Beavers win it over the Sterling Black Bears as they win their first mid-season tournament since 2016. And folks, this is a 10-2 Scott City team heading out of Sterling. Sterling's record now 9-3. They were number 4 in 2A. Scott City number 10 in 3A. What a game. 49-45 Beavers win it. Post-game coverage coming your way in 3 minutes. This is Scott City basketball.